on talkSPORT's YouTube channel and as well coming to you on your smart TVs. I'm your host, Sam Ellard. Alongside me throughout the course of the evening to my right-hand side is Scott Saunders. Abby Summers and Quakey Wafari are also here. Good evening, team. How are we?
Yeah, good. How are you getting on?
Yeah, good, thank you.
I don't know how much you laughed.
It was just very formal, that was all.
Oh, as I was talking, I had the radio go in my earphones, which put me off for a couple of seconds.
Fair.
Yeah. Welcome back, Quaker. How are you?
I'm good. I've been.
Where have you been, mate?
You recovered? Been away.
Under the weather. I'm supposed to actually be in Morocco right now covering AFCON, but was ill, so I had to pull out of that. But I'm better now.
Bit of cowpole, mate, sort you out?
Yeah,
Got so much to discuss with you since I last saw you. So
good
much.
to be back with my dysfunctional family.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Plenty to talk about, mate. Been a great year so far for us, hasn't it?
Oh my goodness.
I mean, even since you left the other day, we've got so much to discuss.
Why did you leave so early, mate? You should have stayed. We should have hung around, really, shouldn't you? Okay, let me dot the I's and cross the T's, because tonight is, I always say it's a big night, but tonight really is a big night of football, because on talkSPORT Goals, we have got 8 games of Premier League football to keep you across, which I think, apart from the last day of the season, is a record. Bournemouth Tottenham, 7:30. 2 teams really, really struggling. Brentford Sunderland, 2 teams that are going along very, very nicely indeed. It's 7th versus 8th. Keith Andrews, Regis Labrie, both doing a brilliant job. Can Aston Villa close the gap once again on Arsenal at the top to 3 points? They go to Palace tonight, another 7:30. Can Wolves go back-to-back wins? Wow. They go to Everton this evening. Elsewhere at 7:30, Fulham Chelsea. Liam Rosenior will be at Craven Cottage. He will be in the stands. Fulham are flying. They are unbeaten in their last 5 games. Man City Brighton, also a 7:30 game. Man City drawing their last 2. Burnley Man United, Newcastle Leeds are both 8:15 kickoffs. We will do our very best to keep you across everything that's happening tonight in the Premier League. 8 games on talkSPORT Goals. But really, it only seemed right in the next half an hour with a Man United fan to my right-hand side and with a Chelsea fan to my left-hand side to discuss both of your clubs. Kwaku, yes. I'm going to come to you first.
Okay.
Talk to me. We know Enzo Maresca is no longer the Chelsea manager.
Yes.
We know that Liam Rosenior will be the next Chelsea manager and will take his first game this weekend in the FA Cup. What have you made of everything that's unfolded over the past couple of days?
It's been an absolute whirlwind, a roller coaster. I sit here and I objectively say that I support the most insane club in football. I know Scott's got an argument for his club.
We're in the running for that too.
You are in the running for that as well. But in terms of just the comings and the goings and the ups and the downs at my football club, it's hard to keep up with. But Enzo Maresca, his battle with the football club started at the beginning of the season. Enzo Maresca, after Levi Colwill went down with an ACL injury, intimated that he needs a new centre-back. The briefing from the board a few days later was, we are not going to sign a new centre-back. And that was when the friction started and the PR battle started between Maresca and the club. And it kind of came to a head following Chelsea's 2-0 victory against Everton, where after the game said that it's been the worst 48 hours, blah, blah, blah. I don't need to get into the details of that. And that was when really the writing's on the wall. You can't go into a press conference and undermine, I know he didn't verbalise it, but undermine people who sign your cheque and get away with it. And as soon as there was an opportunity to let him go, they let him go. I think it's the wrong decision. I think Enzo Maresca has shown, with limited top-level experience, that he can coach against the best teams in the world and get good results. But ultimately, if the person that employs you, the people that employ you and sign your checks aren't happy with you, aren't happy with your conduct, you are going to go. In terms of his replacement, I feel like my club is... it's gone from being an institution that wins football matches and wins big trophies year in and year out to a charity. I feel like it's become almost the pursuit of happiness at Chelsea, right? And I am backing Liam Rosenior, but I really, really want him to do well for various reasons, right? I like his entry into the game. I like the fact that he's a young black manager that you don't really see people given opportunities like that. But let's be honest. Let's look at his rap sheet. Who has he managed of a top level? Who had... Again, let's look at their...
If I can just jump in there, Enzo Maresca hadn't managed anyone of a high level. When you're sitting here 18 months down the line saying he's a good coach.
And this is why I'm saying it's the pursuit of happiness. It's a charity. Like, what had Graham Potter done in top-level football to warrant being given the Chelsea job? Yes, Mauricio Pochettino had managed a Spurs side that didn't win any trophies, and the only trophies that he's got on his sheet...
Not necessary, was it?
He wasn't necessarily racking up trophies.
Nice to have you back.
Nice to have you back. Yeah, and he's manager that only won trophies in France at PSG, and let's not lie, it's pretty easy to win trophies over there. And Enzo Maresca only managed in the Championship and a little bit in Italy. And then we're looking at Rossigna, who's only managed in the EFL and managed a little bit in France. And I'm looking at a football club that once employed managers like Ancelotti and Conte and Tuchel, like reputable managers, to managers that haven't won anything. And there's no wonder there's a disconnect between the fans and the board, because this is a fan base that's used to winning the biggest trophies, and this is a hierarchy, the board, that's looking to give people opportunity. I heard a briefing saying that they believe that he's a top level coach. I'm sorry, I hope he becomes that, but we have no evidence at all to suggest that he's a top level coach. And I'm going into this with hope and optimism, because that's all you have as a fan. But do I think that in 12 months' time, in 18 months' time, in 2 years' time, we'll talk about Liam Rossigna being the Chelsea manager that leads us to a Premier League title? I don't. And that's just me being honest.
Quickly, did this come back to something you've said on the show time and time again about this ownership structure at Chelsea Football Club that aren't in your words, correct me if I'm wrong, that aren't in the game right now to win trophies, It's more about signing young players, improving young players, selling them for bigger profit. Is almost that pretty much the reason why they've signed Rossigna, because they know he's going to be a yes man. They know he's not probably an authoritative figure, an experienced manager who can challenge them. Do you think that's one of the main things they would have wanted in a manager, which is basically a yes man? Is that fair?
100%. And no, we've not heard from them directly, but we've heard briefings from the hierarchy. And what they've told journalists is that they like Rossigna because he plays a certain type of football. I'm so sorry, but you're doing things backwards. The sporting directors or directors of football don't tell the manager how they want football to be played. It works the other way around. You have a manager that plays a style of football, and then sporting directors or directors of football facilitate that with players that can play that style of football. No way is anyone telling Jurgen Klopp how he's going to play football. No way is anyone telling Pep Guardiola how he's going to play football. It's backwards. No one's telling Mikel Arteta, how are you going to play football? They tell them how they're going to play football, and then they bring in players to facilitate that. And the fact that there's a sense amongst this board, whether it's when Stanley Stewart or Barley himself, that we know about football, put your credentials on the table. Show me what you've done in the game. And I haven't had any evidence of you guys creating success in football. And it's really frustrating as a Chelsea fan, because we felt like we were on the brink of something. After winning the Club World Cup that I know people dismissed, we felt like we were on the brink of challenge.
You weren't on the brink, by the way.
You weren't on the brink.
Just to let you know. You're. I'm just saying.
By
the way, I think you're speaking so well this evening.
You are.
But just to let you know, you weren't on the brink. I think you were a lot.
No.
In terms of winning the Premier, I think you were. It was an improved Chelsea team.
Yeah.
But I mean, on the brink makes it sound like you were close.
If they'd have made the right signings with the right experience,
but every team is probably.
They don't want to do that, do they? They don't want to do that.
There's probably half a dozen teams in the league. There are 3 or 4 good. Man United probably 3 or 4 good signings. Really good signings from being.
I understand that. And the reason why people say that we weren't on the brink, because you could see some holes in the team, right? I'll take you back to the 22-23 season where Arsenal finished second, right? Aaron Ramsdale, is he a world-class goalkeeper? Is Aaron Ramsdale much better than Robert Sanchez? I don't think so. Is Granit Xhaka, the way that we perceived Granit Xhaka at that moment in time, in that season, we didn't view him as a world-class centre midfielder. Sure. It's only after that season that we're like, actually, he's a player. They had holes in that team, but after 19 games, they're on 50 points. And they did challenge for the title. They didn't win it. They weren't good enough to win it, but they challenged. We might not have been on the brink of winning the title, but I thought we were on the brink of challenging. When you got players as good as Cole Palmer, Caicedo, Cucurella, so many world-class players in our team, but I think Reece James, you should be challenging. I'm not saying that we were good enough to win it. Only 2 teams have won the Premier League title in the last 8 years, and that's Man City and Liverpool. Like, it's hard to win the Premier League, but to challenge, the last time we were in the title race was 2017. That's almost 10 years ago. That's disgraceful for a club like Chelsea. And so I'm just done with giving them the benefit of the doubt. These guys don't know football. These guys have not shown us anything to suggest that we're going in the right direction. And like I said, it feels like a charity right now. We are giving people opportunities that I don't necessarily think their credentials warrant. And I might be sitting here in 12 months' time singing the praise of Liam Rossigna. I really hope I am. But I just don't know, having gone through Graham Potter, having inherited Tuchel, Graham Potter, gone to Frank Lampard, gone to Pochettino, gone to Enzo Maresca, every type of manager in football, why do I think this one's going to work?
So with the Maresca situation happening and him getting the sack, what do you think would have been a better alternative at this time of the season?
What, instead of
Liam Rossigna?
Well, that's the $1 million question, right? And that's
and that goes back to your point of this situation shouldn't have happened with Maresca.
This shouldn't be a situation. Maresca should not be the Chelsea manager.
I guess we'll talk about United in a second. They're in a very similar situation. Sure, you sack Amorim, but then you think, what do we have?
Oh, no, but Amorim needs us to go.
We'll do that in a second. Back to Chelsea. Yeah, but was there anything else they could have done other than Liam Rosenior that would have made you happy given the situation?
If I'd woken up the next morning and said, oh, Chelsea are linked with Xavi,
sure,
then I'd be like, okay, cool. This is not a 5-10 years down the line project. This is a here and now project. If I'd woken up and heard the Chelsea linked with Zidane, I'd be like, okay, cool. These guys want to win right now. But Liam Rosenior is a man that it works with their system. It works with their setup. And we'll see how it goes down. I really hope he succeeds, man. I really, really hope he does well and is the Chelsea manager long term. But I just don't see this working out. And I feel lost as a Chelsea fan because I've seen my team win absolutely everything. And I sit here and I laugh at you.
I know.
And I just see our team going like that, going in a downwards direction. And like I said, it's been 9 years since we've been in the title race. It's coming up to 5 years since we won the Champions League. Like, time passes quickly. You can tell me that in terms of the amount of time or how long it's been since you last won the title and how long it took Liverpool to get back to the top and how long it's taken Arsenal. Like, I feel like we're in the midst of a long drought in terms of winning the biggest honours, and it scares me as a Chelsea fan because I'm used to success year in, year out.
Different ownership, though. Different model.
I think your ownership have just looked at Brighton and then spent £1 billion to just become a souped-up version of that. Like, you employed people from Brighton, and that is that model.
They literally did
what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like, they've they have a multi-club structure, and I think they're trying to sell this plan, but there's so much inexperience in there now. Like, we were talking about how inexperienced those players are and why that might hold them back. And I said just now, like, if you'd have signed a few experienced players through the core of your team at the start of the season, maybe you would have been in the title race, but they chose not to do that. And now, after everything, they've gone and hired a guy who is, like, honestly, I hope he succeeds to a degree. Obviously, I'm a United fan. I don't want Chelsea to win anything, but I hope it works for him. But, like, on the face of it, like, you look at the club experience, it's nothing. It's nothing in comparison to what a Chelsea job is.
Yeah, but it works for Chelsea and it works for the ownership. If you're going to bring someone in that's basically an internal promotion, a promotion he might not necessarily have asked for, or one that he necessarily might not have wanted or felt ready for, but it works within this Chelsea structure because they want someone that is going to be a bit of a yes man. They don't want someone that is going to bite back.
Is that disrespectful to him?
Well, it might be, but that's realistically what he has been employed.
It's true, though, isn't it?
It's true.
Well, yeah.
The best managers in football. I was about to swear. The best managers in football.
What word were you going to say?
I can't.
What did you begin with?
See, the best managers in football are not likable guys. They're not agreeable guys. They ruffle feathers. Arteta, Klopp, Pep. They are not guys that you want to go for a drink with. They are not guys that, maybe Klopp, but like they're not guys who are going to stand there and say yes to their bosses. They are guys who are going to ask and demand the very best. And if you want to go and get a yes man, you're going to go and get mediocre results. And I'm not calling him a yes man. I don't know him. I don't know how he's going to perform.
But on the surface, you can see how that might look.
Yeah, of course.
Maybe he's not it, but that's what Chelsea want.
Yeah,
that's what Chelsea want. And that's a great point because Maresca.
That's what I meant, by the way, when I called him a yes man.
Yeah.
That's the sort of manager Chelsea are looking for.
Well, that's what they thought they had the Maresca, right? They're like, oh, we've given you this opportunity, so you're going to acquiesce to everything that we want. And they found out very quickly that he's not a yes man, and that's why he walked. There's a reason why they fell out with Pochettino, Tuchel, Maresca. Igbali's even fallen out with Todd Bowley. Like, these people they're running my football club into the ground. And that's why the protest on January the 17th is very important. Chelsea fans go and make yourself. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Like, because I don't normally engage in those kind of things. I feel like football fans are fickle and it's all based on results. And if Chelsea had beaten Leeds and beaten Bournemouth and won those games, we wouldn't be protesting right now. But I think there's enough evidence to suggest that it's not even just about the results. It's about how they're managing and how they're owning the football club.
Quakey, please don't think I'm patronising you, but I thought I was absolutely brilliant the way you summed it up. Absolutely fantastic. We are in for some night tonight on talkSPORT Goals. We got 8 games, including Chelsea, are at Fulham. Liam Rosenior not taking charge of the game tonight, but he will be at Craven Cottage. Now, come on, guys. William Hill's new final one standing game starts tonight at 7:30, so you've got 15 minutes to be quick. £20,000 to the winner. It's free to play. They've already given away £950,000 since the start of the season. 18 plus, gambleaware.org, final one standing, new game, get involved. And on the Man City Brighton game this evening, which is a 7:30 kickoff, Erling Haaland to score for City against Brighton is now evens with William Hill. Boosted from 4 to 11. Stake limit supply 18 plus. Gambleaware.org. This is talkSPORT Goals. We've done Chelsea. Tick. Man United. That's next. Hello and welcome back to talkSPORT Goals. It's brought to you by Final One Standing, new from William Hill, 18 plus, gambleaware.org. Terms and conditions apply. Just a reminder, William Hill's new Final One Standing game. It starts tonight at 7:30. If you haven't got involved and haven't done it, go and get the William Hill app right now. £20,000 to the winner. It's free to play. They've already given away £950,000 since the start of the season. 18 plus, gambleaware.org is where you got to pick a team to get through. And if that team wins, you go through to the next round where you got to pick a different team. It's lots and lots of fun. 8 games tonight in the Premier League. We're keeping you across all of them on talkSPORT Goals. The top team are Kwesi Wafari, Abby Summers, Sam Ellard and Scott Saunders. Before we get to 7:30 though, Scott, let's talk now your football team, Manchester United. We sat here together and watched Leeds 1, Man United 1 on Sunday. You left. Ruben Amorim gave a pretty explosive press conference. 24 hours later, sacked.
Less than that. He didn't even get the... Talking about 18 months, he didn't get 18 hours.
Following that, we know Darren Fletcher will take charge of the team tonight away at Burnley. Before we speak about what's next, what have you made of the Ruben Amorim situation and everything you've learned and we've all learned over the last couple of days?
Well, I thought he would be there until the end of the season unless the league position just tumbled and they fell out of the European race, or unless something like this happened. And when I saw that press conference that he did after the game the other day, I thought he cannot be there tomorrow. Or I just thought that if you're calling out your bosses and making a point to do it, he knew. He knew. He knew he was going, and I think he was trying to force their hand. He might have known already, but Ruben Amorim went down all guns blazing, and I thought he tried to get in everything that he thought he could have said to kind of protect himself and hit back at the bosses that he was just, as it's evidence, falling out with. Jason Wilcock's argument on Friday, and apparently the club knew on Friday that they were going to make that decision. They just gave him the Leeds game. But to me, I think there was no coming back from that. There was no coming back from that. You know that I've sat here with you guys for months and months saying, I don't think it's the system. I don't think it's the system. There's some relief in me now that we don't have to have those conversations anymore. When we get back play into Manchester United's way, whatever that is. I'm sure we'll talk about that tonight as well. But what I'm really more worried now than I was last week, actually, is crazy to think. Looking at all the replacements that are lined up for potential interim spells in charge or whatever, I'm just thinking, is this club going to go the same route as Chelsea now? That's what I'm thinking, because I made a distinction. I was speaking last week somewhere, right? And I thought there's a massive difference between Chelsea and what they want to achieve and Man United and what they want to achieve. I think Chelsea are in this for Moneyball kind of thing, right? United, their owners have come out and said, we want to win. We want to win. Jim Ratcliffe saying we want to take United back. They have a Project 150 plan, win the league by 2028, which is laughable at this moment in time. But that's what they're saying they want to do. And now we're going into this situation where the manager's gone because he called out the people above him. Differences in transfer targets. They wouldn't give him the finance to see through the plan that we were talking about. We spent so much time talking about this plan and how the players weren't suited to it. They bailed on him. They might not have the money to do it. And I sympathize with them in a sense because the financial picture is absolutely rubbish as well. And they have to spend time turning that around. But Amorim, I don't think he was patient enough, and in the end, it had to end. But I know we're going to talk in a second about interims and stuff. Now we're in this situation where Darren Fletcher's in charge. It's this logical thing to do. He's in charge of the under-18s. But now we're talking about this new sporting structure. Jim Ratcliffe, Jason Wilcock, Barada. They spent all this time and all this money putting a football structure together to stop making the same mistakes as before, and voila, what do you know? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
You said they bailed on him.
Yeah.
I'll pose it then to you guys as non-Man United fans.
Yeah.
Because again, Scott sums it up there pretty well. The United footballing structure didn't want to back Amorim with the certain players for the system. Do you think they bailed on him, or do you think, having looked at Ruben Amorim's work over a year period at Man United, they were right to have doubts, and they perhaps were right to think, hang on a minute, Ruben, you want us to spend £150 million on these, let's say, 3 very specific players for a very specific system? No, thank you. Where are you on that?
Yeah, okay, it's not coincidental that they get rid of him after he has a bust up with Wilcox. They should have got.
It wasn't about results, man.
It was not about results. They should have got rid of him after the Grimsby game.
Exactly. After losing to Spurs.
After finishing 15th.
Yeah.
It wasn't about results. It wasn't about drawing 1-1 with Leeds. It was about the fact that he didn't get on with his boss. Yeah. And so I think that it was ultimately the right decision, because I don't think he's the right man to take Manchester United back to former glories. But I think they sacked him for the wrong reason.
Totally.
But I think that is a caution to any manager that potentially takes on this job. It's similar to Chelsea, you might have to be a yes man.
Okay, so you said they bailed on him. So as a Man United fan, if Ruben Amorim has, let's just say for argument's sake, he's got 2 players he wants the club to sign in January, who are very certain players for that system that he picks and we know that he loves. Did you think it was right that Jason Wilcox and co should have given him everything he wanted in this window? Or was there no doubt in the back of your mind about signing players for a manager that maybe isn't good enough?
It's hard because I think they're both right? I think Ineos have to protect United's financial position and actually go and get long-term targets. And when Semenyo was choosing to go to Man City, I think he's doing his medical tomorrow, right? When he chose to go to Man City and Ruben Amorim wanted him, I think they were right in a sense to say that, no, we're not going to put money down because we want to sign a Carlos Baleba in the summer, an Elliot Anderson or something like that. Somebody who Ruben Amorim also wanted. But I think Amorim, after months and months of trying to go for targets, you think back to the summer, Sene Lammens was in goal tonight. He wanted Emi Martinez. He wanted Ollie Watkins. Mm-hmm. They signed Benjamin Sesko, who, I like him, But we talk about him all the time. He's maybe not ready to lead the line every week. 2 goals this season so far. Ollie Watkins has scored far more. He has Premier League experience. And you bring in these players in, like young players, into a team where Ruben Amorim has openly questioned over and over again the attitude, the professionalism, and the commitment of these players. I sit here and talk about how I don't think they're up for 50-50s and 1v1s. And I think that is a key reason why United keep going through this process of, like, you know, we can talk all we want about tactics, right? And I might have a great 6 months. I might. But I'm deathly really, really scared now that they're just going to ignore that issue because it's been there and it's cropped up and it's come round every time. 18 months or so, the next manager goes. And I wanted to get out of that cycle. Ruben Amorim was doing that. I think he was doing the job. The results were bad. Like, you cannot, really, they were really bad. I cannot defend them at all. But what he was doing for me was trying to change the culture. That's what they brought him in for. And now,
you know, when we talk about not giving him what he wants in terms of the window and backing and the system, I think we spoke about it a little bit the other day. Buying someone like an Mbeumo or Acuna is a universal player, so whoever comes in, that's going to work. But if you're Ruben Amorim, you've always said from day one, this is the way I play, this is how I'm going to play, and that's what you're getting when I come to Manchester United. The board have said, yeah, okay, that's fine, that's what we want. So I can understand his frustration that if he wants to play in that way, we all know it doesn't work. We all know that. But if he's saying, if you've given me backing 3 months ago and they've said, we want you here for the full duration of the contract, we want you here for 3 years, I can understand why he would feel very aggrieved by not getting the type of players that he wants to fit the system.
I'm more on the side of Jason Wilcox there. What I'm looking and so you're our head coach and coming in with an idea and a set style of play is absolutely fine. But I'm sure you've all seen the numbers of, is it 15 minutes in 45 games?
Yeah.
It's terrible manager.
Absolutely
terrible
embarrassing. And there has to come a time where I think as a manager you have to be adaptable. You have to be adaptable and you have to get the best out of your players. And those results were simply not good enough. Hold that thought. We have 3 more hours to go on talkSPORT Goals. But with 6 Premier League games starting in under 3 minutes time, we better take one more break on talkSPORT Goals. Hello and welcome back to talkSPORT Goals, brought to you by Final One. Standing is new from William Hill, 18+, gambleware.org. Terms and conditions apply. talkSPORT Goals is coming to you live on talkSPORT's YouTube channel and on your smart TV, taking you through a well and truly busy night of Premier League football. We got 8 games tonight in the Premier League, 6 about to go underway right now at 7:30, 2 more at 8:15. I'm your host, Sam Ellard, Scott Saunders, Abby Summers, Quakey Wafari, guiding you through a busy night of action. Bournemouth versus Tottenham about to get underway. Following their 1-0 victory at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in August, Bournemouth are looking to complete the league double over Spurs for the first time, but Bournemouth are winless in their last 11 Premier League games, which is absolutely remarkable. Brentford versus Sunderland is 7th versus 8th. Brentford have won 3 of their last 4 games. Sunderland have drawn their last 4 games, but 2 sides who have had really good first halves to the season. Palace versus Aston Villa. Villa go 3 behind Arsenal if they can win tonight. Arsenal, of course, play Liverpool tomorrow. Crystal Palace winless in their last 5 home Premier League matches. Everton versus Wolves following their 3-2 win at Molineux in August. Everton are looking to complete the league double over Wolves for the first time in 5 seasons. That game just got underway. So too has Fulham versus Chelsea at Craven Cottage. Liam Rossini is there, not in the dugout. He is in the pot sheet, shall we say. Fulham having a really good run of form. Their 2-2 draw against Liverpool extended their unbeaten run to 5 games. Only a few weeks ago, we're talking about Fulham maybe being a team that are looking over their shoulder, but Fulham start the night on 28 points. That's 3 behind Chelsea in 5th, which could be a Champions League spot this season. Man City versus Brighton has just got underway. Man City have never lost in 15 home league games against Brighton. And also 8:15 games this evening. There are 2 of those, Burnley, Manchester United and Newcastle versus Leeds. Abby Summers, is it nice to see Xavi Simons back in Tottenham colours tonight? Is it? Yeah, he plays, yeah.
Nice. I don't know if I'd use the word nice. But yeah, I guess it's okay to have some creative outlet.
Is that so convinced?
It's okay to have some creative outlet.
It's okay. It's, I'll be honest with you. I don't feel I've got much left already when it comes to Tottenham.
Talk me through it. What's happening with Tottenham?
Where you at with ages, have I? No. Where am I at?
Oh, sorry to cut you off. Have a look at this, guys. Massive chance of Brighton at Man City. Brilliant ball whipped into the box.
Pascal Gross already.
Who's back, by the way, and starts tonight for Brighton. Times his run to absolute perfection, and he's only a couple of yards out. His header goes into the turf, and Donnarumma pushes it away. But that's a massive chance for Brighton already. Pascal Gross starts. By the way, City's 2 centre-backs, Kuzanov and Eileen, who's there. Is that how you say it? The young kid from Watford who's been called back on loan. Man City 0, Brighton 0. Abby, back to you.
Yeah. Well, you want to know where I'm at with Tottenham? And
you basically let's cut through it. Are you Frank in or Frank out?
Frank out, mate. I'm Frank all the way out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am Frank out. I'm not Frank in. I'm not wasting any more of my time on this.
Do you want to join the identity crisis clubs?
Yeah. It's not even about an identity crisis. We are just one big crisis, always have been. So, I tried to be positive for a while. I did. Mm-hmm. I tried to see the good in people, but I always stand by the fact that I think Thomas Frank is a good manager. He's just not a good manager for my club.
Who's a good manager for your club?
There's only really been 1 or 2 men I can think of that.
You wait until after the World Cup to.
I know what I want. Yeah. Bring Poch home. Just bring him home. And do you know what? I know some people won't agree with that, and that's fine. That's your opinion. But he's the only person aside from Martin Yeo and Harry Redknapp that have ever made me happy in the dugout at Tottenham.
Do you completely disregard that Chelsea spell that he had?
Yes, because he didn't win anything.
Okay, fair.
I forgive him for it, and I forgive him for it because I know that he wanted to come back to Spurs, and we dilly-dallied and ended up going with Ange. So it's never been for a want of them not wanting to come back. Things are obviously a bit different now. Obviously, well, I say they're still different. The ownership is still the same. But I think if he was to come back, he would want a lot more control than what he had last time. And I think that maybe that would be different. Shot from Lucas Bergvall.
Oh, sorry and Brighton as well have just completely played through Man City there. Kuzanov does well, but have a look at this here. I think how much space Brighton have got in midfield to play a through ball forward to Khalid Matoma, who goes through, and to be fair to Kuzanov, he does well and comes back and tackles Matoma. But City looking really open. Makeshift back four this evening. City 2 draws in a row, 6 behind Arsenal, and they've got off to a really poor start against Brighton this evening.
And this is why you don't dilly-dally in transfer window, right? And this is from a Liverpool point of view. thought that Mark Gahey will be there for you forever. And now Man City have looked at it, a bit of a crisis at centre-back, and now they're in the mix.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of teams that I think are going to be, and this is why Gahey didn't sign a new contract. There's going to be so many teams that are going to want his services. And if you look at City's makeshift back four and the players they've lost in recent weeks, there are so many teams crying out for centre-backs, including my own team.
Yeah.
Abby Summers, talk us through it. What's happened?
Absolutely caught me off guard, to be honest with you. I think it's a goal from Matisse Tell. There was a really nice flick, actually, from Xavi Simons, which I thought was probably going nowhere, but it did. And I think that was from Matisse Tell. It kind of caught me off guard because I was kind of still watching the City game.
I did. It was like a cross shot from the left-hand side, and it goes through everybody and goes into the back of the net. I'm not sure if it took a deflection on the way in, but yeah, Matisse Tell after 5 minutes has given Spurs the lead against Bournemouth. Who?
Bournemouth.
They haven't won 11 Premier League games.
It's a really nice little flick from Xavi Simons there. Was that to Jed?
That's Xavi Simons. Is that now on the left-hand side?
That isn't him. That's Jed. That was Tell the whole way in. That was
great finish, to be fair.
Tell,
Good goal.
Goes and beats his man. Far corner.
Does take a deflection. It does take a deflection. And yeah, it goes into the back of it. But I mean, that's, I think, one thing I like from that, Abby, is you've got your left winger get the ball in a good area on the left-hand side. And he's quick. He's not quick, but he's direct, isn't he? He wants to get that ball onto his right foot, get a shot away. Third Premier League goal this season, and that's a really nice start.
Yeah, it is a really nice start. And this was something we were saying the other day. The first half against Sunderland, Spurs looked hungry for it. They looked direct. They wanted to take shots from outside the box. They wanted to be a bit more attacking. I couldn't believe what I was seeing with my eyes. But then the problem was the second half, they just completely retreated, and Sunderland obviously didn't come out looking the same way they did in the first half. So away from home, we are obviously a lot better than we are at home. So that is always a benefit for us at the minute, believe it or not, playing away. But these are the games I guess you have to make them count. I don't really know what the expectation is though for me. I think that's where I'm not sure I'm at, because I don't view us anywhere near being a top four side, obviously. Why not?
Yeah,
I don't think this.
That mix is so close, though. In
terms of points? Consistency wise, and I also don't think the squad is good enough to be a top four side.
But if you look at the top four in terms of the teams that are, so Arsenal, City are obviously definitely there.
Yeah,
I think Villa are. Villa. Sorry, are you going 4 or 5?
I'm going 4.
Go with 4.
Do you think it will be 5 though?
Yeah, it probably will be 5.
Okay,
it should be. Yeah.
But then you look at Liverpool be the next favourites, right? But they're not the most consistent team in the world either. So
sorry, Brighton are in here. Down the right-hand side, there's a one-on-one chance, and he should do better. It's another big moment. It's a long through ball, and it comes in down the right-hand side.
This is
Kadioglu goes through on Donnarumma. It's absolutely remarkable how much space he's got, how much time he's got. And I wonder if it's one of those who's got too much time to pick the shot. And in the end, the shot's pretty poor, isn't it? It goes straight into the hand of Donnarumma. But really, Scott, in the first 7 minutes, I mean, Brighton have had 3 big moments here.
Yeah, really big chances. City looking very, very open. I know they've got some real struggles in there, and they've thrown a defence together tonight, to be honest. But Brighton do have that kind of threat about them. You just think, like, in games like this, you probably need to take one of those chances. They've had 3... not one-on-ones, but like real good opportunities already to get in and really hurt Man City. And now City going down the other end, potentially. Really
good defending there from Lewis Dunk to get across and clear it. But yeah, been a really, really ropey start, hasn't it? So we've had just 1 goal then in the opening 10 minutes in our 7:30 game. 6 games at 7:30 is Tottenham Hotspur. They're leading away at Bournemouth by 1-0. Quake, you have Chelsea started at Craven Cottage?
Yeah, dominating the ball. Not too much penetration. Something that is a little bit different is our fullbacks are overlapping. There's less inversion. We'll see Malagusto push up as a proper right back rather than dropping into midfield, which is completely different to what we saw from Enzo Maresca. So that's a nice little wrinkle, and nice to see Callum McFarlane putting his imprint on this team in what is his final game as Chelsea manager. But yeah, it's been complete domination from Chelsea, but no clear-cut chances. But we are pushing right now on the left-hand side. Pedro Neto's got the ball, plays it to Cucurella, gets it in, goes out for a corner. It's been a decent start. I want to see us just on the front foot, take more chances, be a bit more aggressive, and hopefully we see that tonight.
What have you made of Cole Palmer's kind of return? Is it just normal that having had a tough injury, been out for a couple of months, that it's going to take him a few weeks to ease his way back in?
Yeah, but when you're one of the best players in the world, you don't really get given excuses. And so, yeah, I agree. There needs to be time given to him to get back to full fitness. But when you're Cole Palmer, there's high expectations every time you touch a football pitch. He's not been good enough recently.
Oh, goodness me. That's remarkable. It's Enzo Fernandez who nearly scores from the corner. I mean, Berliner, I think, at the start makes a bit of a meal of it, but ends up getting to his near post and just about claws the ball away. So that's half a chance there for Chelsea from a corner. Aston Villa on the attack at Selhurst Park. They've dominated the opening 9 minutes there. Luca Dean with a shot from distance takes a big block and it goes away. It comes back to Kamara, out now to the right-hand side. Can Aston Villa force the chance here? Cash with a cross into the box. It takes a deflection off Tyrick Mitchell and the ball comes smashed back into Matti Kasfeish and he's going to fill that. Granit Xhaka then with a free kick for Sunderland in a really good area, 25 yards out. Granit Xhaka! Did that go under the wall?
Under the wall.
Did it go under the wall?
That doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah, I don't see that anymore.
Draft excluder.
Sorry, what
Oh, it was there as well.
no, I think it could have gone under the wall,
Faulty.
could it? Oh, it does go under the wall. So that guy who's lying behind the wall, you've got one job, and that's to cover the wall, and you literally haven't done that,
His
which
heart
is
wasn't
crazy.
in it, though. You can see it.
He's basically got it's really cold.
I don't wanna be lying on the
if
floor.
I get one on the back of the thighs, I'm going to feel that one. There is so much to talk about tonight, isn't it, guys?
So
This is
much
absolutely
going on.
fantastic. There is no time for small talk tonight, Abby. Do you think Cole Palmer goes to the World Cup? Like,
Yes,
do you worry that if his form or if his form continues, he might not go? Or do you think because he is Cole Palmer and because he is so good, even if he's out of form, Thomas Tuchel can't afford not to take a player like that to the World
I
Cup?
think as things currently stand, he goes. But if his form drops off a cliff, then yeah, there's potential he doesn't go. Thomas Tuchel doesn't suffer fools, and he will take the squad that he believes will best suit his chances of winning the World Cup. But I do think Cole Palmer goes. He doesn't start though. I think that Morgan Rogers and Jude Bellingham are way ahead of him in the pecking order when it comes to players that can play in the number 10 position. But like, what a great option off the bench. Cole Palmer off the bench, like against tired legs. We saw it in the Euros final. We saw what he can do. And so I think he does go. But he does need to perform. And the biggest issue that he's got at the moment at Chelsea is that him and Enzo Fernandez, who's been Chelsea's probably best player this season, barring Caicedo, they want to occupy...
Bournemouth should equalise. What a big opportunity for Bournemouth. And it goes wide. Who's that? They just
Krupi.
put that wide. Is that Krupi? They work it nicely, Bournemouth, down the right-hand side.
Nice.
I think Evan Nilsson there is offside anyway. He did, after that, do okay, get into the bar line, putting the ball back into a dangerous position, and then Krupi, a couple of yards out, shoots wide. But Evan Nilsson was offside anyway, Quaker.
Yeah, Cole Palmer was playing the same position as Enzo Fernandez, or Enzo Fernandez wants to play in the same position as Cole Palmer, and that's going to take some adjusting. Cole Palmer tonight is playing on the right-hand side, which Chelsea fans have been crying out for, rather than playing the number 10, and Enzo Fernandez is just playing in behind Liam Delap as our most kind of forward midfielder. So it's an interesting tactical tweak. We're seeing a more conventional lineup from Chelsea, and we'll see how they can mesh together under Liam Rossini, because there's a lot of good players, but I don't think there's enough spots for all these players in this team.
Burnley Man United is an 8:15 kickoff. Scott, has Darren Fletcher done anything different really with the team tonight? Are any of his boys starting?
No,
Well,
and
that's boring,
unfortunately,
isn't it?
wouldn't it have been fun if he'd renamed himself as a player as well and played a 3 in midfield?
That would be funny.
Fantastic stuff. But no, he's gone. Like, there's some easy wins for Darren Fletcher to make tonight. Obviously, I think he's put Kobe Manu's on the bench, back with the squad. But it's Manu Ugarte and Casemiro in midfield with Bruno Fernandes. Is like, I was talking to you. I thought he'd be out until the end of January. He is Superman. He had a hamstring injury. He's back already. I don't know what the hell. Like, it's absolutely crazy.
I do
see him back.
I do look at this, and I think Bruno Fernandes he's been a credit to Manchester United and a credit to himself over the last 5 or 6 years since he's been there. But when you talk about Manchester United and there needs to be a change of culture, and I don't necessarily want to point the fingers to the players, because players have come and gone. But the only players that have maintained their position, the Mount Rushmore of Manchester United failure over the last 6 or 7 years, Luke Shaw, Bruno Fernandes, Harry Maguire, and Diogo Dalot. I think if you really want to move to a new generation, a new kind of dawn at Manchester United, as good as Bruno's been, those players have to leave the football club. Aubameyang was a great servant for Arsenal. So was Ozil. But eventually, if you want to change the culture, the main culture setters over the last 5 or 6 years need to leave. And as good as...
Do you really think that falls on Bruno Fernandes?
Yeah, he's been
I
their
wouldn't put-
only,
I wouldn't
he's
put
been the
Bruno
only
in
good
there.
thing.
Yeah.
Personally,
Like,
I think that's very hard.
I think it's hard to look at that team and go, yeah, Bruno Fernandes is
He's not the problem.
If anything, they failed him. Like,
Yeah, that's
he had an
better.
opportunity to go in the summer, and now Ruben Amorim, he convinced him to stay. Played him in a 2 in midfield, out of position. Still did amazingly well. I know he has flaws in his game, and he doesn't have that defensive nous, but now he's got an opportunity for probably the remainder of the season now to play in his favoured position. I think Bruno Fernandes has been like a credit for United over the last 6
100%.
years. But I see where you're coming from. I think there are definitely players who've been there for a long time that do need to go.
Why is Harry Maguire still there? Why is Luke Shaw still
Big contract. Luke Shaw, I don't know.
But Harry Maguire's contract's not big.
Quake, if you can't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
What do you mean?
Producer Jamie gave me that one. You can't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
I don't know what he means by that. But
Yeah, that's awful, mate.
yeah, but I do think that he needs
One for the older viewers, Quake.
I can't hit probably a good thing.
But I do think Bruno Fernandes has been a great servant. In a different era of Manchester United, he might even be considered a club legend. But the common denominator for Manchester United's failures over the last 5
No,
years...
Quaku, I'm sorry. Listen, I'm not Bruno's biggest fan because of his antics and stuff, but that is bang out of order and completely unfair and not true. This has been a Manchester United team that have been absolutely pathetic for the best part of a decade, okay? And over the last 5-6 seasons, every single game in, game out, Bruno Fernandes is the one who wants the ball, wants to make something happen. He's been their best player. So to even put him in a conversation about being part of the reason that club has failed, I'm sorry, Quaku.
He's not the problem.
You are absolutely miles off.
What do you
can't have both
mean?
ways. So he's everything good that happens in Manchester United is on Bruno Fernandes.
I didn't say everything good.
But nothing bad that happens in Manchester United is because of Bruno Fernandes. Surely it has to come
see your point, right?
He's been the best player for Manchester United by a country mile.
The best player at Manchester United's worst era in 50 years.
Can I?
Yeah, but he's still been he's still been a great for Manchester United. He's not the problem why Manchester United are as
It's not the problem, but if you want to change the culture, actually change the culture. Like Young Klopp came in and he inherited...
But the culture comes from the top.
The
It doesn't
culture
come from
problems
Bruno
are
Fernandes.
not on Bruno's shoulders.
This comes from the top.
They kept him. Ruben kept him because he wanted leaders in his team and people who knew what they were doing. And look, if this was last week, I probably would have said to you, right? I will say it to you now as well. If I'd have taken that 100 million for Bruno in the summer because he didn't fit what Ruben Amorim was trying to do, now I think it's a different conversation.
That's a different question, isn't it?
It's
like you looking at, I don't know, let's pluck an example out, man. It's like looking at Liverpool and Steven Gerrard and going, well, Steven Gerrard was the common denominator at a Liverpool team. They didn't win the league for 15 years. But that's obviously nonsense. Liverpool didn't win the league because of him, right?
Of course, but Liverpool won the Champions League.
No, but do you understand what
because of him.
Do you understand my comparison?
If Bruno Fernandes had a league title on his resume or Champions League on his resume, obviously different conversation.
They failed him.
He doesn't.
The club failed him over and over again.
He doesn't.
He's been the only...
I'm not saying that
he's been surrounded by a bunch of bang average all players.
The reason why Manchester United are failing, but if you want to change the culture, change the culture. Mesut Ozil wasn't the reason. Wasn't the reason why Arsenal were failing, and neither was Aubameyang. But they got rid of him.
What's the culture got to do with Bruno Fernandes?
Because he's either been the vice captain or the captain for the last 5 years.
So it's his fault. The culture's been an absolute mess for the
culture comes from the top. It stems from the ownership of the club, the culture of the club. It doesn't come from Bruno Fernandes. And when you're also making comparisons, for example,
the ownership changed.
Hold on, when you're talking about a Mesut Ozil or an Aubameyang, these are players that were on mega contracts. Didn't even want to turn up to training. Didn't even turn up late. Left the country and didn't even tell the manager. That's why eventually they had to go, because it was ruining the culture of what Mikel Arteta wanted to build. Bruno Fernandes has, in my opinion, has been a brilliant servant to Manchester United, and the failures of Manchester United are not down to him. They can scapegoat him all they want. If they
failed him. The club have failed him.
Absolutely.
They've not built the team around him sufficiently for me.
And he's still done a brilliant job.
17 as Everton just taking the lead at home to Wolves. A long free kick played to the back post. Tarkowski won the header. Irugabunum put a drilled shot into the box, and Michael Keane from close range put the ball into the back of the net. Everton 1, Wolves 0. Abby.
Sorry.
I'll go.
I'm not once said the blame's on Bruno Fernandes. I just think that if you want to change the culture, actually change the culture and change everything. Like, it would have been super easy to sit there and say, you know what? Coutinho's been one of the best players in the league over the last couple of years. He's been one of our most important players, but Klopp had a vision, and Klopp took the money and brought in better players, and brought in players that fitted what he wanted to do, and changed the culture of the football.
But Quaku, I don't mind you. I think if you're arguing that if United got a £150 million offer for Bruno Fernandes in the summer, and that money could be used to sign 3 or 4 really good players,
80.
That's okay. 60. But I think the bigger picture about talking about the culture and the failures and relating that back to Bruno Fernandes, I'm sorry, that's an absolute nonsense.
I'm not having that one. No.
I named 3 other players as well, but you guys chose to ignore them.
No.
I named 3 other players.
Yeah, Harry Maguire,
Luke Shaw, Thiago Dalot, Bruno Fernandes. They have seen manager after manager come in and out of Manchester United, and they are still there. When you talk about leaks from the dressing room, that still happen to this day.
It stopped this season.
It's not the season.
Mostly until this week.
Who left in the summer?
Can't answer.
Huh? Oh, has it gone out? Yeah, obviously it's gone out. Show you.
But I just do think that there's an opportunity for Manchester United to completely go again and say thank you for the memories, Bruno Fernandes. If Saudi or whoever's given us 80 or 90 million for him, take the money and build the team again.
I think
that time is coming. I think that time is coming at some point this year. I think, like the amount of times United have let Bruno down, he's within his rights to leave the club now.
I agree.
To be honest,
also he doesn't have to also go to Saudi. By the way, he can go and play anywhere he wants.
He's got a release in his contract, 60-odd million euros in the summer for a top European club. If there's a top European club that he wants to go to and win titles, like I got no problem with it at all. He deserves it. But all the nonsense he's been through at United for the last few years.
That Bruno Fernandes can be the central figure at a top European club. He can go and be a supplementary piece, and maybe that's what the issue was. They didn't build around him sufficiently. I think along this stage of development, Bruno Fernandes should no longer be your best player. You should have brought in players in and around him who are better than him. Because I think Bruno Fernandes being the best player on the team that wins the league, I don't think that happens. I don't think there's a world in which that happens. I think Bruno Fernandes is a great piece for a team. Should he be a captain? I don't think so. Should he be your best player? I don't think so.
Who else would you have as their captain then?
What? Bruno Fernandes? That's the problem. There is no other candidates because you've not built correctly. You've not brought in...
I'm not doubting they're not built correctly.
You haven't brought in sufficient players to...
But that's not Bruno Fernandes' fault.
Oh,
it's not Bruno Fernandes' fault. It's the reality of the situation. I think he's a great footballer.
But you don't really.
You don't really.
but it's all his fault.
I don't think you can build a
look. It's not Bruno Fernandes' fault, but I do take your point. Right, there are players like Luke Shaw has been there since.
Why is he still there?
Well,
Louis van Gaal.
It goes back to the board and the ownership. Of course, he should still be there.
Good.
Of course, he shouldn't still be there.
Abby's right. Ultimately, Abby's right because they have given these guys massive contracts. Like Harry Maguire had the chance to go to West Ham a couple of years ago and didn't take it because he wanted a payoff. And like he was within his rights to do that because he was owed that money over the course of his contract.
And then you triggered an extension and gave him next year.
They've done that recently, yes, because the circumstances have changed. I don't know what happened.
I just think about Manchester United. I saw Darren Fletcher walk through the door. I'm like, let it go sometimes, right? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer coming back, let it go. Like it feels like there is so much sentiment involved in decision making at Manchester United, as opposed to being a cutthroat business that does things for the betterment of the football club. The fact that why is Ole coming back?
Oh, Bournemouth have equalised against Tottenham. Bournemouth won, Tottenham won. Tottenham's lead only lasted 10 or so minutes, and it's Evan Nilsson, the goal scorer.
Harry Wilson.
Oh.
Red card.
What?
Is this a red card?
Oh, it's a red card.
Oh, dear.
Oh, Cucurella's gone. Mark Cucurella is gone. I'll tell you about it in a second. The Bournemouth goal comes. It's a really, really nice goal. The ball gets worked out to the right-hand side. It's a really, really good whip into the box. And Evan Nilsson, who's quite a way out, has to do really, really well to turn, swivel, head it first time into the back of the net. Great ball from the right-hand side. Excellent header. Craven Cottage. What happened, Scott? Did Harry Wilson go through on goal?
It's a Harry Wilson. It's a through ball. Harry Wilson's onto it. He's tussling with Cucurella, and I think Cucurella has grabbed him, tugged him back, and he was the wrong side of him. He was the last man. It's a run through. He's onside, I think, from halfway, and it's 1v1. And Cucurella gets the wrong side of him.
Oh, yeah. It's so easy. It's just a long hoof up the pitch. Cucurella doesn't deal with it. And then as Wilson gets towards the edge of the box, there's no doubt that Cucurella tries to tear his right arm off. There is a Chelsea defender not a million miles away, but Quaker, I'd say there, if Cucurella doesn't make that challenge, I think Wilson's going to go through and go and get a shot away. Is that fair?
I think that's a penalty and yellow card as opposed to a free kick and a red card. I think that's inside the box, personally.
But not a red card.
Not a red card.
Why?
Well, I don't know what the rules are these days. Is double jeopardy a thing? So would that still be a red card if it was inside the box? Because given the free kick there. They're reviewing it. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. But whatever it was, I think Cucurella's defended that terribly, and Harry Wilson's done really well. Like, what a player Harry Wilson is, by the way.
Yeah.
No, he's off.
With that double jeopardy, it's whether there's been an attempt to play the ball, right?
Yeah, okay.
And there, he clearly hasn't attempted to play the ball. And Cucurella is walking. As I said, no attempt to play the ball. He's literally tried to yank his shoulder off. Are you surprised? I'm surprised the player, two things there. I'm surprised he doesn't deal with it better from the long ball. And then I'm really, really surprised he makes that challenge in the first place.
Yeah, this has been a problem for Chelsea this whole season, the old discipline.
So many red cards.
The amount of red cards for Chelsea this season.
Have you actually, do you remember how many red cards you've had now?
I think that might have been seventh, a red card.
The only slight piece of good news is it is a free kick, not a penalty. I don't think the contact went into the box. So it is going to be a free kick. So just confirmation then of what's happened in the last couple of minutes. Bournemouth have equalised against Tottenham. Evan Nilsson with an outstanding header. Bournemouth 1, Spurs 1, and Mark Cucurella for foul play. Last man taking down Harry Wilson has been sent off. Goalless in that game, but Chelsea are down to 10 men. Kwaku.
Yeah, this has been the story of Chelsea season. Just ill discipline. And
by the way, before that, you've been all over them. There was a really, really good chance. Chelsea were an inch away from the opener. Yeah. Fernandes swung in the corner, which Bernd Leno didn't deal with, and Andre Santos headed the ball off the crossbar from very, very close range. I think you've actually had a decent start to this game up until that red card.
Yeah, no, it's so disheartening. Watching Chelsea play 10 men time after time after time after time. And this speaks to lack of leadership and lack of ability to manage moments in games. And that's what the best teams do. When they are under the cosh, or when they are dominating, they score goals. When they're under the cosh, they weather the storm. But Chelsea seem to capitulate in both those circumstances. And I don't see this game going any other way than the Fulham win.
Why do you think you've got such a problem with discipline?
Why is the referee walking over like a mile per hour to go and book?
This is my thing. By the way, Tosin and Enzo Fernandez have both been booked for dissent as well. This is a proper head loss moment for Chelsea. And Marco Silva again. So the only thing I can imagine Marco Silva's moaning about, Charles Ronnie Watkins 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. Really good save from Henderson. He comes out, makes himself big, and makes a really good save. Is Marco Silva complaining about thinking it was a penalty?
I thought it was inside the box, personally.
I thought the pulling stopped before getting to the edge of the box.
I thought it was a free kick.
Are they still? They're not checking that anymore, are they?
No. I think the referee, as Kwaku says, is just taking his time with making all of this. I'm being
no. But he is. Come on, man. Like, how long does it take? Just hurry up.
And this stuff, by the way, does not get added on at the end of the half. The game just stops for 4 or 5 minutes.
This has been
could you answer my question? I asked you, why do Chelsea have such an issue with ill discipline?
Youngest squad in the Premier League.
Mark Cucurella.
One of their oldest players.
Yeah. He's one of your senior players.
Yeah, I understand that, but it's just the feeling around the team is that of a young team, and we see it week in and week out. Chelsea just lose their heads or cause a moment in the game which it just puts unnecessary pressure on the rest of the team, and we saw that there with Cucurella. I have no explanation. I know you want me to give you an answer, but
it's hard one to answer.
Sometimes if you don't have an answer, that's okay.
Raul Jimenez and Harry Wilson are over this free kick. I wonder if Harry Wilson goes goalkeeper side here, because it's very, very close. He's just outside the box. I reckon attack goalkeeper side here. It's Jimenez and Wilson who are over this free kick for Fulham. What can they do? Wilson does go goalkeeper side, but Caicedo blocks it. Jimenez's shot is blocked, and Chelsea are going to be able to clear their line. So Fulham 0, Chelsea 0. Chelsea are down to 10 men in that game of football. Brighton, oh my goodness me. Another massive moment for Brighton. This time it's Ruta who goes through 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. And I think it's Kuzanov who makes an outstanding last-ditch block. But once again, Kwaku, look how high the City line is. And once again, Brighton get through, but don't take their chance. That from Kuzanov is outstanding.
Yeah, that shows you the makeshift nature of Man City's back line. They need to bring in players. That's really good block from Kuzanov. But Brighton will rue missing this many chances. They've had 3 great chances in this game already.
Yeah, really good chances. And Elaine and Kuzanov, the back 2 tonight. Elaine was playing for Watford a couple of days ago.
Kuzanov's rapid, by the way.
He is. Yeah, he's a physical beast.
Kwaku, what change are you expecting here at Craven Cottage?
So Jarell Hatto probably on. He's coming on for number 17.
Santos, right?
Santos.
You should know what number 17 is, shouldn't you?
I should do. I don't know half these players, mate. I don't know.
It is Andre Santos that's coming off.
That doesn't really make too much sense. That doesn't make too much sense.
You think one of the attacking players, either Neto or you not say Palmer, or maybe Neto makes way and then shore up the midfield.
You shift Gusto to the left and then you play Caicedo on the right. And you mess around in the midfield a little bit. Yeah, this is just disheartening, man. Just watching Chelsea just struggle and toil. And think about last time I was in here.
You were saying Chelsea were going to win the league, I think, last time you were in here. That was only for you. Wait, I think there was one after the Arsenal game we did where you were saying Chelsea are going to win the league.
Life comes at you so fast, doesn't it?
So fast.
Christmas time, this is where stuff happens, right?
We're celebrating that 1-1 draw.
I know. In what world?
In what world? How can we forget?
In what world?
So now you can ask the question. In what world does Chelsea win the league? Not in this one.
Not in this world.
Not in this
one.
In
the dream world.
Also, by the way, guys, is it New Year, new talkSPORT goals?
We've got no snacks.
Yeah.
We've got no cups of tea.
No cups of tea.
Despite asking several times for a cup of tea.
It's like, yeah, I'll get you it.
Yeah,
It
it's
just
like-
doesn't get it.
Terrible service.
And I had to get the water.
You've got water. You're going to be fine.
No, but who got the water?
Not even you,
Ryan. Who's producing Sports Bar later
Sports Bar coming up 10 till 1 a.m. taking your calls on a busy night of football. 03717 22 33 44. Brennan Johnson, chance of Palace, sent racing into the box. You think he had a chance to get that shot away, but he did get the shot away. Emi Martinez makes a really good save to flick over. Brentford turning up the screw at home to Sunderland. Igor Thiago zips an effort across the face to Sunderland goal with his left peg from a Kevin Sharder cross. So then confirmation of the latest scores. It is Bournemouth 1, Tottenham 1. Tottenham have lost 2 of their last 3 Premier League games against Bournemouth. That's as many as they had in their first 14. Still goals between Brentford and Sunderland. That's 7th versus 8th. Crystal Palace 0, Aston Villa 0. Aston Villa have lost 3 of their last 4 Premier League games against Crystal Palace. And it's a goal for Brentford. And guess who? It is Igor Thiago. He got a hat-trick against Everton on the weekend. And he gives Brentford the lead. He goes through on goal, takes the pass to goalkeeper, slots the ball into the back of the net. Scott Saunders, he's a man in form. And by the way, Brentford, with a win, as things stand, they obviously other results could happen. United and Chelsea could win. But they go to 32. They'd go to 5th in the live league table, which is quite remarkable when you think people were just tipping Brentford to get relegated. But it helps, right? When you got a bloke. No,
honestly, I was one of them.
but it helps, doesn't it, Scott? When you got a bloke like this who's banging in the goals for fun, is he going to be offside?
He's on there. He's on. He's well on. He's timed his run really well. It's a brilliant through ball, and he's just one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Goes around him nice and easy
confident.
and tucks it in.
Really good.
Like, it helps so much. Like the way that Brentford play as well. To have a player like that who is that clinical, he's pretty much your like modern Premier League striker, really, just summed up, isn't he? And all teams who are you'd think might be struggling at the bottom really need one of those guys. But he's so in form at the moment. I took him out of my fantasy team a few weeks ago.
Oh, did you? I stuck with him. It was tough. It was a struggle, but I also Scott loved that finish when he opens up his body, looking to go in the far corner, and as the goalkeeper goes down, he just drags it past the goalkeeper. It's a sexy finish.
Oh, and it, like the open goal, like some players are a bit tentative. It was just a really good goal. It just looks like a proper striker's finish, and you don't. He scored 15 goals this season.
Only Haaland's got more than him.
15 league goals this season.
So
That's
good.
an incredible return.
Unbelievable.
That's
And also think about it, he was injured basically the whole of last season as well.
Wow.
Also, can we just give Keith Andrews some
Yeah, we
serious
should do
credit?
that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I mean, I'm more than happy to do a swap, by the way, for Keith Andrews if they would like to have
And again,
they're in again.
back. But
Roof.
yeah, I think that we all massively thought that he would. Well, we didn't actually know. A lot of us thought that he might, Brentford might go down, or we thought that they might struggle. But Keith Andrews has been a revelation. You also think they lost Bissa, they lost Mbeumo, they lost Norgard.
Yeah.
Like, they have not struggled once.
No.
And I also, okay, maybe away from home they've had a few struggles, but generally, Keith Andrews coming in from where he was set piece coach before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe that made it a smoother transition as well. And there hasn't been too much that he's tweaked. But just, you've got to give him so much credit from where we put him and where we expected Brentford to be. Just such a seamless transition, good recruitment as usual with Brentford, good players.
Manager of the
Good
season.
team.
Good
It's
team.
one of those, if Arsenal win the league, Arteta's obviously going to get it. But if you look pound for pound,
Pound for pound.
at the job,
Pound
but
for
like
pound.
pound for
Oh my
pound. I mean,
goodness.
and to be fair, Regis Lebreaks isn't too far
Yes.
behind. I know they spend a lot of money in the summer,
Yeah.
but he's still not too far behind.
But like,
A lively table. Brentford are 5th in the table. This would be their this would be their 4th win in 5 games.
That's unbelievable. And like you said, the players they lost, it's crazy. And those players have gone to top football clubs.
Damsgaard's not even playing tonight either.
It's
No, but another thing, he's not playing. Damsgaard's been on the bench for a lot. Jordan Henderson on the bench tonight. Utara hasn't been playing in a lot of the
Kevin
games.
Sharder's good. Really
Dev
good player
Chalobah is
as well.
good. Yeah, he's
But they're just a good club, good, well-run club. Wish my club was run like that.
How many points they got, Sam? 32.
How many points have they got? As things stand with this win, they got 33 points, I think. Apologies.
So that would be 11 games at home, 7 wins. Like, that is a place to go, isn't it?
7,
They've turned over some like half-decent teams as
I
well.
can only imagine.
There's a chance, Abby, for Tottenham a short while ago. Lucas Bergvall had a shot from about 25 yards out, beat the goalkeeper, but just went over the bar. How have Spurs responded since Bournemouth pegged you back?
It's been quite even, I would say. Yeah, it's been. Bournemouth have had quite a few other chances, but I really want to give you some positive feedback. I really do.
Do it then.
I can't. I just really struggle.
Well, you're not losing. That's
No,
positive,
we're not.
isn't
We're
it?
not losing. I was just about to actually go and have a look and see who was on our bench for tonight because I actually didn't look at that earlier. Our bench for tonight: Kinski, Davis, Danso, Dragusin, Gray, Williams, Barnett, Scarlett, Richarlison, Odebert. Cool. So yeah, we won't.
So is that not filling you with?
Well, not
with great
really. We won't be
confidence,
looking to
Abby?
the bench
No.
for any.
You've just got lots
any
of like, wet flannels. Like your team's just feeling like, nah. Like, do you know what I mean? Odebert.
Just to let you know, Scott, this guy 6 months ago was the correspondent for Chelsea at the major tournament in the summer. He's now on a YouTube show calling people wet flannels.
No, but
I mean, what is going on there?
No, but you know what I mean? It's
You're
just
a
like
bit of a wet flannel yourself,
there's
mate.
no. Okay, I've been ill.
You haven't mentioned it, mate.
But it is. There's no like bite there. There's no
No,
like.
there's none.
There's no quality there,
There's
is
no
there?
quality.
there's just no
There's just like
quality. Like, credit to Tell for tonight so far. Nice,
Another one
okay.
of them.
Same as the other day, like having a few shots outside the box. Xavi Simons looks a bit more energetic. Yeah, good, fine, cool. I expect that. Boval, you know, I love him very much. I'm glad he's playing because for some reason he wasn't starting a few games ago after the concussion. Look, it is what it is. That squad is around about mid-table. That is what it is. And then I look at the bench, and obviously we've got no Kudus now, we've got no Solanke, we've got no Kulusevski, we've got no Maddison. So any type of sexiness that could be brought to the team in terms of a
I
footballing
mean, to have all your front foot out
yeah,
is
it's
pretty
pretty
unfortunate.
peak. But at the same time, last
It's not
year,
ideal, is it?
it's not ideal. But
That's
last,
why I do have a little bit of sympathy.
yeah,
with
but
Frank.
last year, Ange had 16 injuries.
Yeah, sure.
Right, he doesn't have 16 injuries,
Do you
does
regret
he?
sacking Ange?
No,
No.
no.
Do you think he'd be doing better than Thomas Frank? Right
I
now?
actually don't know the answer to that.
Yeah.
Did you want Thomas Frank?
No, he was never my first choice. I was always like,
Were you
whenever.
against it though?
No, I wasn't against
I think
it.
I thought really.
I wasn't against.
Oh, right on cue. Bournemouth take the lead. Bournemouth 2, Tottenham 1. That's just perfect, isn't it?
Oh
just
man, what a club!
What a club! Do you know what? However bad it gets for you, and however bad it gets for you, Scott, just think to yourself, it could be worse.
Dr. Tottenham will now see you. Krupi, the goal scorer, again, comes from the right-hand side. Scott's got too much time. It goes out to the right-hand side. Tavernier whips in a really good ball. I think Semenya helps it onto the back post. It then comes back into the danger area, and Krupi's there, and his shot from close range goes into the roof of the net. Abby, once again, though, the defending is absolutely all over the place. Oh, you might get away with this. So I think Semenya gets the touch on the ball from the right-hand side, and you think he's off. Does he make contact with it or not?
No, he doesn't play it to him. I thought he was offside for a second, but he's not involved with play. He's not involved with play.
Who's not involved with play?
Krupi. He ends up scoring the goal, but the ball goes to the back
Oh,
post,
sorry,
away
Krupi's
from
offside when it
Krupi.
comes in.
Krupi was in an offside position, but the ball wasn't played to him. But he was then behind the ball and behind the player who crossed it to him when he scored. So I
think
don't.
everything's fine?
I think everything's fine now.
Okay, so back to your question.
Awesome.
Back to your question, was I against it? No, I wasn't against it because I just thought, well, he's always done a good job at Brentford, seen what he's done with developing players. Like, yes, he's more pragmatic than I would like, but okay, not my first choice. But no, he wasn't exactly the most inspiring signing. But then again, if you'd have asked me, who would I have gone for? I probably would have said Iraola maybe, who's a bit more balanced. Yeah, yes, they can be a bit more pragmatic at times, but they play generally quite nice football despite the run that they're on, and obviously the players that they lost in the summer as well.
It is quite funny that Bournemouth are on this long run without a win and now they're being Tottenham.
I mean, I've said this the whole week. I had this as in my predictions for the week. I had this as 2-2, and you always want to play Tottenham if you haven't won. Like if you're on a terrible run of form, you always want to call Dr. Tottenham. However, at the end of the season, after what I will say on Ange, after the Europa League, if someone would have said to me, right, he is staying. Like if the board would have made that decision and said he is staying, we're going to see a third season because the first season was all right. We finished 5th. Second season, terrible. But look at the injuries. We won the Europa League. We're going to do one more season. I probably would have been like, all right, fine. I don't think it's going to work. He'll probably be sacked by October, but I'll get on board and I'll do it because of the Europa League. But I still stand by. I didn't think he was the right man for the job because I honestly don't believe that Ange Ball works in the Premier League. I don't think it can work.
Yeah.
But I would.
Sorry to cut you off, Abby. Can I draw your attention to the Man City game? Man City won a penalty. Jeremy Doku from the left-hand side comes back in field, and as he goes past the Brighton player, I think it's Gomez, who makes a challenge, and the referee gave no penalty, and the referee now is going to run over and have a look. Doku, quick feet, cuts in on the inside, and I think Gomez makes a bit of contact with Doku. Doku goes down, and the referee's going over and having a look at it.
Yeah, I think that's a pen.
No question about it.
That's a pen.
Yeah.
How did he miss that?
I don't know. There was quite a bit of contact there.
Yeah, it's a penalty, isn't it? He doesn't get the ball. He makes contact with Doku's right leg. It's sloppy, it's clumsy. And the left leg comes into Doku and takes him out. And Erling Haaland, by the way, who's on a really, by his standards, it's 3 games in a row.
He's on drought.
Well, that is for him. That's a massive drought, isn't it? I guess he'll get the opportunity now to score the penalties. Failed to score in each of his last 3 Premier League games in his top-flight career. He's never had 4 successive starts without scoring. The referee is still having a look at this. They do like to walk and saunter, don't they, Kwaku?
It's a clear penalty.
It's a clear penalty.
Absolutely clear.
Look, they love it.
They make it so dramatic.
He's got the fresh trim, hasn't he?
Like, tight shirt. He loves it, man. He's feeling himself.
He goes gym, 100%.
Is that your personal trainer?
No, that's not my personal.
And the referee, after probably way too long, gives a penalty. He probably should have just given it in real time. He didn't, and he goes over and gives it. Watkins through for Aston Villa, 1-on-1, and Watkins, he still just doesn't have. I know he's got a good goal on the weekend, but like everything just seems a bit sluggish with him.
Yeah,
like it's hard work, basically.
Like
He's not an obvious sitter, but he gets played in by Rodgers. He goes past the defender, shoot there, and hit the target. It takes too long, and it's an easy block by the defender.
I saw a really weird stat today that apparently Villa have never beaten Palace.
Never.
At Palace.
I didn't know that. No, it's not true.
Is that not
Palace
true?
have won 9 of their 13 Premier League home games against Villa, losing 2. So Villa have won twice.
Oh, they have won twice. Okay. Thanks for that.
Where did you see that? Did you not verify it?
No. It was, someone said it to me at DR before, and I was like...
Well, Abby, this is talkSPORT, not DR, okay? This
Wow.
Is
We're both sponsored by William Hill. My ads, be nice.
What?
We're both sponsored by William Hill.
What's that got to do with
I was
anything?
going to say, be nice.
Erling Haaland's got the ball on the penalty spot. God, you know what? Where's Jess Isak gone? She was really good, wasn't she, when she was on this show? And Erling Haaland puts the ball on the back of the net. It's a big goal. It's a big moment in the title race. Let's not forget, City have gone 2 games without winning, drawing to Sunderland and drawing to Chelsea. Erling Haaland sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. Verbruggen goes to his right. Haaland goes in the bottom corner. And Kwaku, to state the absolute obvious, this is now just must-win territory for City, isn't it?
Oh, 100%. This is must-win territory. We must just maintain pace of Arsenal territory because it's not given that Arsenal beat Liverpool tomorrow.
It feels like it.
No, it's not, Sam. It's not. Arsenal's marquee win this season.
Yeah, it feels like it.
Don't be silly.
It's not. Arsenal have... The win against Villa was huge. But before that, they hadn't really won a significant game this season. They dropped points against Liverpool. They dropped points against...
They haven't won a significant game this season. They're 6 points clear at the top of the table.
Yes, but in terms of against the top team. Against the top team.
Bayern in Champions League?
Premier League. We're talking about Premier League.
Right.
But how many top teams are there in the league?
Man City hadn't beat them. Didn't beat Chelsea. Didn't beat Liverpool. Didn't beat... Who else?
Some Spurs, some Aston Villa.
Yeah.
Beat United.
Spurs on.
Some Brentford. I mean,
pass into the bracket of that.
You're
I'm not sure you can be 6 clear and go, yeah, but they haven't beaten it. People did that with Liverpool last season. We kept going on a winning run. Everyone went, oh, yeah, but they haven't played anyone. And then we beat like Bayer Leverkusen. No, well, they haven't got Lonzo anymore.
Sorry,
we beat Real Madrid. Oh, we haven't got any...
the stat was that it was 6 of the last 7.
Fair enough. Close to
It's nowhere near the same stat. Well, you started off by saying what Palace have never beaten them ever.
No, it was in the last 5 or something, but it was 6 of the last 7. All right, move on anyway. I just wanted to correct
Racking up errors here.
you know.
At least I know my place is safe for next season on this show in this chair, isn't it? Are you all right, Abs, tonight?
Yeah, you?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Good.
It's a Spurs.
Crack on.
Isn't it? At least City are winning, right? That's
Do you know
a
what
good
would
thing.
help? If I had a cup of tea.
There we go. Hey, Abby, at least City are winning. That's good.
Yeah, but no.
Take the glass half full approach at it.
I can't. Do you know what? When it comes to City, I can't. I was so upset the other day. I was so upset.
No,
The Enzo Fernandez
We
goal.
just got home from work. I was sitting down to watch the rest of the game, and I thought, surely not. Enzo Fernandez puts that in the back of the net. Were you like a bit torn?
Yeah, to be honest, I
Okay,
was.
fine.
To be honest, I
At least
wasn't.
you
I
can
have to say one thing here. I don't want to start an argument, by the way. I don't want to do this whole, that Spurs Arsenal thing with you. But you slated Abby for a long time on the show for wanting, for being happy that Spurs didn't beat City, and now you're literally yourself saying you were okay with your team conceding, and not you were unsure about your team scoring. I mean, it's a bit hypocritical, isn't it, mate?
Couldn't be you.
Abby, do you know what I mean?
Oh,
No, but I said I was torn. No, but I said I was torn, but I did celebrate the goal. I celebrated the equaliser.
Yeah, fine, but you were still torn over it because it's like, look at what you've done. Look at what you're allowing to potentially
Oh
happen.
no,
here.
no, but it wasn't because of the Arsenal thing though.
Oh, what
it's
was
because
it?
it's because of like us getting the result didn't really send the right message. like if we would have lost, I feel like the pressure would have ramped up on the board even more. I feel like the furor and the board would have felt the pressure from the fans a lot more. A draw against City has pacified it a little bit, and the furor that the fans had towards the board has died down a bit because we've got a good result.
Okay,
What would they have
no,
done differently?
obviously mine was completely different.
Do you think?
Just get the foot on the neck in terms of just like make it, because when Stanley and Stewart, they're active on social media, they follow all these Chelsea content creators. They'll be watching clips of this show back.
Following.
And I just feel like it's important for Chelsea fans to not get caught up in that fickle net of we won a few games or so everything's fine. When Man United were winning league titles, you still saw green and gold in Old Trafford. You need to apply pressure, not just when you're losing games, but when you're winning as well. And I feel like the way they're running this football club isn't right. I feel like the way they're trying to dictate terms to every head coach and manager that comes in isn't right. And they're showing pictures now of Rosinha, and I look at him already as a dead man walking.
Oh,
I do.
Kwaku.
When you look at him, when you look at him, just close your eyes and imagine Chelsea winning the Premier League title. Is that Liam Rosinha's manager of Chelsea doing?
Nope, I don't think so.
Can I ask you though, what is the remit for him? Like really, because
Sorry, Karen.
what's the remit for Rosinha? Like, do they want to win the league title? Is there a 2-3 year plan to win the league title? Are they going to help him? Or are they just, if he drops to 8th in the league or something like that, or he speaks out, is that going to be the same fate for him that Maresca had?
I really do not care about the league position right now. In terms of I want to fight for titles, and of course, like qualifying for the Champions League, you want to be in the best competitions, but that's not my priority. If you said, would you rather win the League Cup or qualify for the Champions League? I'd rather win the League Cup. For sure. I'd rather beat Arsenal in the semi-finals than win the final. For sure. You know how much I think I rate the League Cup. I rate it behind the Europa League.
We know that. We don't need to get back into that, do we?
But I'd rather win the League Cup or win a trophy this season than qualify for the Champions League again. I want to see silverware. And so...
also, I really need you to win that League Cup. I really need you to not let them pass you. Because my thought process on that is that if they win...
League Cup, they win the league.
Yeah. Like, I can't let them understand what it's like to win something. Like whatever that FA Cup from 5 years ago that was Emery's, whatever. But like, I can't let this team understand what it feels like to win something and then have that little spring.
I was saying also.
Oh, Brentford hit the crossbar from a free kick.
What happened, Kwaku?
Free kick.
They hit the crossbar for a free kick. There probably wasn't much to add to that, was there?
It did what it said on the tin.
Who was it?
I'd see.
It was King Lewis Potter. No, you want to dot the I's, cross the T's, don't you? If we're going to do talkSPORT goals, you better do it properly, right? Do you know what I mean?
You're definitely keeping your job. Don't worry, between me and you.
Oh, what? Well, good job there. Hit crossbar. Yeah.
Okay, anyway, right. So we're nearly approaching half-time then in our early games. It's Bournemouth 2, Tottenham 1. Spurs took a lead in that game. Bournemouth have bounced back and are playing really nicely. They're in a wretched run of form, aren't they, under Adoni Iriola. They've remarked they're winless. They lost 11 Premier League games, which is fascinating. Also, here's one for you, Kwaku. Bournemouth are winless, and they lost 7 midweek games of football. They don't like the Tuesday night, Wednesday night under the lights. Brentford are leading Sunderland by a goal to nil. Igor Thiago's rich vein of form has continued. He scored a 1-on-1 and took the goal really, really nicely. Igor Thiago's 15 goals in the English top flight this season for Brentford equals the most by a Brazilian player in a single season in the competition, which is quite remarkable given we got halfway of the season to go.
Wow.
Firmino did it, Martinelli did it, and Cunha did it. But he's got 15 league goals, and I think it's fair to say he's going to get a few more. Half-time at Selhurst Park, Crystal Palace 0, Aston Villa 0, bit of a scrappy game. Half-time at the Hill Dickinson Stadium, Everton are leading Wolves by a goal to nil. Everton have lost both of their last 2 Premier League games at home. The first time they've done so at their new stadium. The Toffees last suffered 3 successive home league defeats back in September 2023. It's still goalless in the game between Fulham and Chelsea. Chelsea looking to maintain their really good record at Craven Cottage. The Blues have lost just 2 of their past 23 away games against Fulham, winning 15 of those, including 6 of the past 7. But Chelsea this evening are down to 10 men. Mark Cucurella setting off for a last-ditch tackle. But I think it's fair to say, since having 10 men, Chelsea out of possession have been pretty solid. Big game for Man City. They're 6 behind Arsenal at the top of the table. Drawn their last 2 games. They lead Brighton by a goal to nil. Erling Haaland scoring from the penalty spot. Brighton are unbeaten in their last 3 Premier League games against Man City. They started the game off really, really well. Had a couple of really big moments. And Fulham Fulham take the lead against Chelsea. Fulham 1, Chelsea 0. Harry Wilson, the goal scorer, and Chelsea down to 10 men. And Kwaku Afari, Chelsea 1-0 down. And Harry Wilson is a man in really good form. Since November, only Erling Haaland has been involved in more Premier League goals, and Kwaku right on the stroke at half time. That's a huge blow.
Yeah, just lack of game management, really. Harry Wilson's been one of the most impressive players.
Incredible, mate, honestly.
Unreal.
Yeah, let's have a look and see.
Is there an offside in the build-up?
Offside in the build-up. Yeah.
You think it's offside?
That's on. That one's on.
The ball gets played into Jimenez, who comes short, and then from there they work it really nicely to Wilson. I worry that is Jimenez just onside there? Is the left back just playing him on Kwaku?
Yeah, it looks on. It looks on now. I didn't see the.
From there, they work it really nicely. Jimenez comes short, links play up. The through ball then gets played to Wilson, who converts it really nicely. They are checking goal, possible offside. It looks tight, that's for certain.
Yeah. Poor from Chelsea to concede a goal just before half-time. Done well to weather the storm of 10 men. But what do you expect, man? Just a lack of game management. And like I said before, the league is done. For me, the league is done.
What do you mean done?
I don't really. I'm not as invested.
The league is done in what sense?
It's going to be offside.
Yeah.
Lucky boy. I don't care about the league, but I'm going to celebrate an offside VAR.
Do you remember earlier on in the season, it was Josh King who scored for Fulham against Chelsea and got ruled out because he stood the foul, and that to me looks.
Look, it's Jimenez's right boot just in an offside
That's
position.
really unfortunate.
By the way, there could be a massive, maybe not the right time to go into rule changes, but later this month, the Arsene Wenger proposed rule change for offside is going to be discussed at IFAB, which is basically your whole body has to be in offside position for it to be offside. So that goal there, for argument's sake, is a good example of a goal that would have stood because it's Harry Wilson's right boot that is in an offside position, not his whole body.
Do you like that?
Do you know what? I think so. Because I think stuff like that, I think we want goals in football. We want to reward attacking play. And I think when we're seeing goals being disallowed for literally the baby toe being in offside position,
Crazy.
maybe perhaps the whole body to be offside. I wouldn't be against that,
Makes
mate.
defending so much more difficult.
Yeah, but do you not think lots of teams, though, anyway, just kind of, certainly against the top teams, kind of just naturally kind of sit deep anyway?
Yeah.
So I'm not sure it's going to change that much about kind of game plans and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't think the whole thing changes, but like a goal like that, for argument's sake, it's we're talking about like a hill that's offside. That
it's good play and a good goal, and there's
really good goal being ruled out. Like if that was given as a goal,
bare minimum.
That was given as a goal. Like no Chelsea fan, you're not throwing a cup of tea, are you?
No.
And plus, especially given the fact you don't care about the Premier League.
I know, but I don't honestly sound like it feels. I've had seasons like this before, Chelsea, where the league's kind of gone, and we're in 3 cup competitions. We're still in Champions League, still in the FA Cup, and still in the League Cup.
He couldn't, could he?
He couldn't.
He could.
Well, anytime Chelsea have made Champions League final, I'll just inform you guys, we made a managerial change halfway through the season. 07-08
Great stat.
07-08 season.
Second one.
Avram Grant comes in, replaces Jose Mourinho, gets a Champions League final, obviously loses against Manchester United. John Terry slips. 11-12, Di Matteo replaces AVB, win the Champions League. Yeah. And then Thomas Tuchel replaces Frank Lampard.
That actually is quite. That's actually quite extraordinary.
Anytime Chelsea made Champions League.
Just to confirm, is that you saying
pressure's on, Liam?
Chelsea are going to get to the Champions League?
You're going to win the Champions League? Yeah. Is that what you're saying?
No.
In what world?
In what world?
In what world?
Where's the final again this year? Remind me.
Is there a world?
I'm not too sure.
I
I should know that.
Is it? Is it Budapest?
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, I think it's Budapest. Good shout. Yeah, it is. Abby's book.
What? The fact is you should. I should know that. You're like, yeah, you should.
Well, come on, man. Have you booked your hotel, Abby?
For Budapest? Absolutely not. Nope.
Hey, what's it?
Look at him. Spurs. Come on, man.
Mate, they got to a Champions League final 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
You're right. Do you need a moment?
No, like your level is like.
I mean,
winning the Europa League is your level. You're not ever going to win the Champions League.
I don't think we're going to win the Champions League. I'd quite like to just.
2 league titles.
I'd like to just win a game. In all honesty, I don't think I'm going to win the Champions League, Kwaku.
You won 2 league titles in your history.
Cool. I don't think we're going to win.
Crazy.
I don't think
we're
going to.
Was in 1961.
In Abby's defence, I have to say, I asked the question tongue in cheek. It wasn't Abby who said it.
It wasn't me. Anyway. I care about the FA Cup. Like, that's all I care about.
Racking up those trophies.
Racking up those trophies.
Racking up those trophies.
Look, guys, I have absolutely nothing else, okay? Like, realistically, I don't have the league. We don't have a Carabao Cup. Champions League, we're going to go out of, I'm pretty sure, if we qualify anyway.
Yes.
So, and get through the rest of the groups, etc. So, all I have really and truly is the hope that maybe Thomas Frank can do something like Ange did.
Yeah.
One game.
Yeah. Maybe.
Well, it's about 6 games, really.
Yeah, but one at a time. Don't worry about
it. You've got to get there.
But I mean, don't worry about the league. Let's do what we did with the Europa League. Let's just, like, if I'd be like, let's just sack off the league because we're not really bothered about it anyway. Not doing very well in it. And then let's just focus on winning the FA Cup. And I would be a very happy camper. I said at the beginning of the season, if someone offered me 8th, 10th, that would be a massive upgrade from last season, and an FA Cup, I'd bite your hand off for it.
Would you take 17th in an FA Cup?
Absolutely. Let's run it back.
I think that's fair.
Run it back to last year.
Take 5th. Oh, no, you're Liverpool different standards.
What are you going to ask me?
5th, which is not qualifying for the Champions League and winning the FA Cup.
No.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Liverpool's
Would you take it?
I'm not taking that.
Yeah, 100. What, 5th and winning the FA Cup?
Would you take 8th and win the FA Cup?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, fine. All right.
Yeah.
All right,
I'll take 12th. I'll take 12th and win the FA Cup.
Pat.
Oh.
Would you take 17th?
And win the FA Cup?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not 17.
I'll take it.
I'll take
It's not that
I'll take
bad.
12th.
If you know you're not going to get.
Mate, if you're taking 12th, mate, just take 17th.
Just take
What's the
17th.
difference?
There's nothing. There's no
I
difference.
mean, seriously. Scott, how have Man United started at Turf Moor?
It's not been brilliant so far. I think it's been quite even, but they have started in the easy win formation. The only switch really is it's a 4-2-3-1. Patrick Dorgu's actually started left, and Cunha started out on the right, which is a bit of a surprise. But Benjamin Sesko and Dorgu there just combining on a counter attack. Sesko tried a little back heel back into Dorgu's path, but he overran the ball. Really, the keeper collects it. You know, we're only 10 minutes in so far, so I think they're just trying to find their feet a little bit. And we'll see. I'm hoping that I can just have some more entertainment for the next 6 months. Positive entertainment, not Man United getting battered or, that kind of thing. I would really like to just have a few months' worth of joy and positivity. Would be lovely.
I mean, you look at a game like this where you expect United to win and score goals. Like, Benjamin Sesko could just do with a goal, couldn't he? If it comes off his backside or what, he needs goals, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think so. Look, to be honest, I think the way that Ruben was playing, it probably didn't suit what he's about. I think when I saw Benjamin Sesko's banging in goals in Germany, you see that goal he scored against Bayern last season with the outside of his foot, like unbelievable. He has a lot of pace, and they never really played to his strengths. Really, I don't think. And hopefully, if this Ole Gunnar Solskjaer thing happens again, it's looking likely.
How would you feel about that?
Look.
Poor Scott, he looks like a broken man, doesn't he, on the show?
You should be happy.
Come on, man.
At what?
It's not right. I didn't think we'd ever be back here.
Ollie's at the wheel.
Yeah. Ollie's at the wheel again. I didn't think we'd ever be back here, I've got to say. And look, I'm sure. What I will say is, I would love him to succeed. I would love to enjoy it. I would love a repeat of that caretaker form that he had when he first came in to repeat this time. It would be fantastic. I would love it. And the top 4, top 5 race is wide open. Chelsea struggling.
Who is actually going to come top?
Who's going to go get it? Because
if it goes to 5th, and we're assuming City, Arsenal, City, Liverpool, Villa, who's coming?
I hope it's someone cool.
Who is next best? Genuinely.
Brentford.
Yeah.
Who's next best?
I think. Go on, genuinely, because it's almost like nobody wants to get that.
We're still very far away though. We are very still. It will even itself out, I think, over the course of the season. Yeah, I think we're still so tight.
It kind of feels like where I expected it to be.
Everything is so tight.
Apart from Brentford, maybe.
The contenders like Chelsea are not good enough. Chelsea are about to fall off the cliff in terms of the league. Man United, Spurs are not very good. We support the runners and riders. We support teams that should be saying we're going to finish 5th.
Yeah. Do you think Chelsea fall off the cliff? Or do you think when you say fall off the cliff, what does that mean? Does that mean they come bottom half?
End up finishing. If I'm being realistic,
in footballing terms,
in finishing 8th or 9th.
Oh, Burnley have scored, for goodness sake!
Man United, man.
Just brilliant. Inject it.
Could not write that.
Right on cue, guys.
Can we have this on a different TV? Any chance we can pay more attention to it?
Burnley won, man. Do you know what? Do you know what? Should we just have 10 seconds of silence for Scott?
Yeah.
Burnley take the lead against Man United after 12 minutes. Burnley have the ball on the left-hand side. There's a really, really good run. A dangerous ball. Attempts to get played across the face of goal. And then it comes off Heaven, who tries to block it. He sticks out with left foot. and it takes a wicked deflection over the goalkeeper, Sonny Lamins, who, you know, isn't in the best of positions, and it goes into the back of the net. But Scott, what on earth is happening there? And right here we go, right on cue, the camera pans to Wilcox on Barada. How many camera pans? I've already seen it 3 or 4 times tonight.
Oh, honestly, this is just what I'm used to now. Like,
but Scott, heading into this run, right? Wolves, Leeds, Burnley. You think, 9 points, surely has to be minimum 9 points.
No, but I wasn't thinking that.
Wolves draw. Leeds draw, losing against Burnley. My God, these are the 3 worst teams in the division potentially, and Man United can't beat. Like, come on,
there's still 75 minutes of this left. Yeah,
there is.
Like, in fairness, it was unlucky. They should not have let that ball go through that easily. But Aiden Heaven there is just unlucky. It's an own goal. It's deflected off him and gone in, looped over Lamins' head.
Yeah.
But I was just saying a minute ago, I was hoping that I would be able to just enjoy the rest of the season because, well, United, by the seams of it, are going to go and hire Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as the interim manager. It's him and Michael Carrick at the moment.
Who do you prefer?
I prefer Carrick personally, because what the Ole thing represents to me. We keep getting pictures of Omar Barada and Jason Wilcox and the people in the stands all the time. This whole thing, this whole revamp of the structure and going and bringing people in from Manchester City and getting the structure right is what I've been asking for years and years, right? Because the Glazers never really set it up. Ed Woodward went and spent absolutely shed loads of money on players who were overvalued, give them massive wages when he didn't absolutely need them to. They're in this position now where, you know, they're having to turn around their finances pretty urgently, and it's frustrating. It really is. They're still spending, but you know it's about time that United get on the right track, right? So I was hoping that this new restructuring after the ownership change would work out for the better in the future, but we keep seeing them in the stands, and they just really wince at that goal going in there. And I tell you what. All the decisions they're making so far, and the reason why I feel worse than I did on Sunday, I've got to be honest, is because they keep making bad decisions. And these are meant to be the guys who are knowing what they're doing and turning this club around, to be honest. So, to chase Dan Ashworth for 5 months, give him 5 months at United and then turf him out, to give Erik ten Hag a new contract or extend his contract that trigger the extension and then sack him after 9 games because he wasn't going very well. That's on them as well. I know they've restructured.
Was there any part of you that thought Amram should have been sacked in the summer or not?
I wouldn't have complained if he was.
What about after Grimsby?
Yeah. I thought he would quit after Grimsby.
After Grimsby.
When he did that touchline, you know, what he said on the touchline after the game, the players told me everything, or sort of something like that. I'm paraphrasing him. But I thought he'd walk away there. This isn't about results, but what we're seeing now from them, Darren Fletcher's in charge tonight, fair enough, and they've been unlucky with the goal to start with. But we're looking at Jason Wilcox and Omar Barada in the stands, and they're rolling back the Ed Woodward playbook.
Yeah.
They are bringing back Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, potentially. I think that's the most likely thing to happen at the moment.
Isn't that just to get, the vibes going and just to, calm it down a bit, to bring back Ole?
But you say bring the vibes back. Let's not forget how that ended at Man United.
Yeah, but that's because they
ended awfully,
but that's because
horribly,
they made the
bad
decision
results.
to keep Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as well. They decided to keep him after that interim period. Some results were good. Then obviously they gave him the contract. Then they weren't so good.
He had a
there were good and bad
period,
moments.
and then they gave him a long-term contract.
But I haven't heard anyone be like, oh no, don't bring him back as an interim. It's just if it was a long-term plan, that's the problem, right?
Yeah, look, that long-term question about the manager is a different conversation. But what I wanted to do was just see that they had a plan, you know. And now it's you're supposed to build a sporting structure and they should have contingency plans, you know? Surely, if they'd have known all this time that how bad results were going under Ruben Amorim, we might need to make a change at some point. Surely we should have somebody in mind to come in and, you know, step in straight away. But no, they're rolling back. The shortlist is Ruud van Nistelrooy, Michael Carrick, Darren Fletcher.
But this is why we've already said it was nothing to do with the results. If he wouldn't have sat there in that press conference and called out the board, he'd still be in a job.
Van Nistelrooy should have never taken a Leicester job.
No.
If he just sat there and not taken a job, off the back of what he did at Man United, winning those 4 games, he would have got a top job. He would have got a top job. I think he would have got a Man United job if he did manage Leicester. But it's hard now.
He went to Leicester and
did terrible.
I think with Ole, right, they're in a difficult situation because lots of fans. I love him. I love Ole for what he achieved as a player. I love that run that he had initially. It did end very sour. I think
initially, though, he finished second and third.
Yeah, I know.
Imagine Man United finishing second and third.
Right? He did have those achievements, and you could argue that they undercut him. When Man City were going for Ronaldo, and then United felt like they had to step in there. I don't think that's what he was trying to build. He just signed Sancho and Varane.
Yeah.
And I think the plan was at the time to play really high energy, intense, like pressing football from the front. You bring Ronaldo in, you have to carry a passenger when you're pressing, right? So as well as Ronaldo did, like maybe that worked against him and then it all fell apart from there. But to me, I just wanted to see like Ineos have some kind of backup plan that doesn't look like something we roll back 4 or 5 years ago. Like
I can understand that.
Like, and yes, they need time to go and find the right replacement. I don't know who that'll be. I'm sure that speculation on that will go around for months and months. But it just seems like they're trying to pacify fans at the moment. That's what it seems like. And I was expecting better, I've got to say. I was expecting better from them.
I think I completely agree with what you're saying there, because at least if they make a pick that fans don't necessarily agree with, you're like, no, but this is your plan. For example, at Chelsea, I hate what's going on right now, but it's clear that this is the model and it makes sense and it aligns with their plan. This, like you said, seems like it's them going back to pacify fans to get them on side. Is this what Ineos foresaw? Even because everyone's got a contingency plan, right? And when it went wrong with Amrim, did Ineos always have in the back of their minds we're going to bring in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? That just seems like, yeah, it doesn't seem like you've got a complete plan. And I do worry for Man. I don't worry for Man United. I hope you lose games, but I do think you're going nowhere fast.
The 8:15 games are 20 minutes or so in. Still Burnley 1, Man United 0, Newcastle 0, Leeds 0. The 7:30 games are about to get underway in the second half. Bournemouth 2, Tottenham 1. Spurs have scored at least twice in 4 of their 8 Premier League away games against Bournemouth, winning all 4 of those. They'll need more goals this evening if they are to avoid defeat. Brentford 1, Sunderland 0. Igor Thiago 15th league goal of the season as things stand in the live league table. Brentford are 5th. Brentford have won 6 of their 10 home Premier League matches this season under Keith Andrews, who continues to do a brilliant job. Can Aston Villa go 3 points behind Arsenal? They'll have to win at Crystal Palace. Goalless at half-time. Palace have won 9 of their 13 Premier League home games against Aston Villa. Everton leading Wolves by a goal to 0. Michael Keane scoring that goal. Wolves have won 4 Premier League away games against Everton, only winning more often at Southampton and Tottenham. Fulham 0, Chelsea 0. Chelsea down to 10 men. Man City leading Brighton by a goal to 0. Erling Haaland had failed to score in each of his last 3 Premier League games. He gets the goal this evening from the penalty spot. And again, as I mentioned, the 8:15 games, Burnley 1, Man United 0, Newcastle 0, Leeds 0. Quakey, what are you expecting from Chelsea in their second half? Is it a case of just sit deep and try and play on the counter-attack?
Yeah, mostly. But I do want to see us try and take the game to...
Oh, City should score here. Oh, goodness me, they don't score. It's a good save in the end, but the goalkeeper, Bart Verbruggen, they're trying to play out from the back and they give the ball away. I think it's Ayari who gives it away. They're making... Look at this here, trying to play out from the back. Verbruggen into Ayari, who tries to go to the centre-back, and he passes it right to Bernardo Silva, who was literally a couple of yards out. And Bernardo Silva gets the shot away, and he hits the post in the end. It doesn't come off Bart Verbruggen. But Scott, that is just criminal from Brighton, isn't it? Trying to play out from the back.
Yeah, it's terrible. We spoke at the start of the game how Brighton had to take those chances, and now they're like falling down to a penalty, and now City are very much on top. You can't. I know you got philosophies and you want to play in a certain way, but they walk straight into that trap, and they weren't good enough. And City, they should have scored from there as well and put the game essentially to bed, to be honest.
Half-time change at Villa, by the way. Emi Martinez has come off and Bizot has come on. I'll try and bring some information as to what happens there. Brentford lost, by the way, just 1 of their last 13 Premier League games when they were in front at half-time, winning 9, which is a seriously good stat, isn't it? Although and they come through here. Shard has got it now left-hand side, across goal. Oh, no one's there. Well, I think it might have been a slightly overhit pass. Abby, no changes for Spurs at the start of the second half. Richarlison has been sent to warm up on the sideline. I mean, this is now, there's boos. Lots of Spurs fans, most Spurs fans seem to be against Thomas Frank. I mean, what would another defeat tonight do for Thomas Frank's future?
Well, it certainly puts more pressure on him, doesn't it? I think what's probably my biggest takeaway from that first half is we also can't defend now. So we've gone from that being the strongest area of us being like, okay, well, we can't attack, but I guess we don't concede loads and loads of goals, to that first half can't stop crosses, can't stop shots, just can't defend. So if you can't attack, you can't defend, and your midfield has no movement in it.
Not a great recipe.
Not a great recipe, really. There's not much for me to go off of there. So I don't know if we lose again tonight. To be honest with you, I think it was Ben Jacobs that said it last night on Last Word on Spurs. He basically said that they're not going to sack him. They'll kind of back him in this January window and then assess it again in the summer, which is probably what I think they're going to.
We've had that before.
I would have thought that.
I've heard that before.
But at what point do you sack him? Like, it's not working, but do you just wait for the summer, which is probably where I'm actually at. Again, it's another season you just write off.
Yeah.
And you just wait for the summer and then...
No, I never wait for the summer, I don't think.
There's potentially a big shake-up of managers. Would you prefer an interim in for the rest of the season?
It depends who. If it means I've got to have Ryan Mason, who again has just got sacked from West Brom, for him to come back and do an interim job.
You've got to be proactive. I don't believe in sitting there and saying, no, wait till the end of the season.
Who'd you get for Spurs?
It doesn't matter about who you get, it's about who you get out of the door. If he's not the right man, he's not the right man.
Do you think Thomas Frank is the right man for Tottenham?
It doesn't matter what I think.
No, I'm actually...
No, I'm interested in your opinion as well.
I'm interested in your
Quaker, I'm surprised, has it not occurred to you this is a talk show where we all get involved and give an opinion?
I want your opinion on it.
What's your ultimate goal? What do you want from Spurs?
I want you to answer my question.
Is Thomas Frank the right man for Spurs? I think he can be, yeah. I do think he can
Why?
be.
Without bad mind energy on that.
I think he can be because we've seen evidence of him being a good manager. I think there's a lot more wrong at Spurs than Thomas Frank.
Agreed.
I think the ownership is poor. I think the recruitment has been poor.
Agreed.
But the fans have turned, and also Spurs fans are cut from a different cloth. And when you're a manager of a football club, you also have to appreciate how fans feel and fan sentiment. Spurs fans go to games, they want to be entertained. There's a reason why you gave Ange a bigger leash than you gave him Thomas Frank. Chelsea, break.
No, Ange had a bigger leash than Thomas Frank because, okay, the first 10 games under Ange's reign were obviously a lot more exciting. They played the Tottenham way.
I'm so sorry to interrupt you.
Go for it.
Pedro Neto, he can leave now. He can go now. My goodness.
Really don't rate him,
my goodness. Like last game and a half, did you watch the Man City game?
Yeah.
A huge reason why we could have won that game. And he was shocking. In this game, he's been shocking. I'm sorry, but he's looking like he won a competition out there. I'm sorry, carry on.
Well, I can't remember what we were talking about. Oh, yeah, you said that that Ange had a bigger leash. I think that's because of the style of play. Like, when you look at the first 10 games under Ange, at least Ange got it in the sense of it's too much.
No. He got it.
No, it's hang on.
He aligns with Spurs.
No, he also didn't align with Spurs. He also didn't because some of that football was just dreadful as well, and kamikaze and pointless and just all out, just crazy football at times. What he got was that he will not sit there and he will not be negative and pragmatic, and he'd give it a go. And yes, there were games that you might lose 4-3, or we might play against you and have 9 men and have Vicario in the 10 and have stupid things like that. But I remember clapping Spurs off that day because at least it showed a little bit of bottle about them and it didn't give up. When I see what Thomas Frank took to the Emirates, the type of performance that was put in at the Emirates against Arsenal, the type of performance that was put in against Chelsea, I still was on side after Chelsea. I thought, surely he won't do that again. And then 2 weeks later, he went and did that at Arsenal. That's when I changed my mind because it was so spineless, it was so weak, it was so pathetic. And then I look at how we are as a team. You don't attack, you don't want to go forward. And that is fundamentally what Tottenham Hotspur are. They always have had beautiful attacking players. And yes, we don't have that. And he has received what he's inherited, Thomas Frank. And I do feel sorry for him in that. It's not all on him. Of course, it comes back to the ownership and it comes back to the recruitment and all of those things. But still, the football is diabolical. It is.
Yeah, no, and I
haven't got more time for us to sit and waste more and more and more.
And I agree with everything you said. So that's
the
why
wage structure that we have, and we can barely attract great players because we won't bend on that either.
That was so eloquent, Abs, and that was like not only do you speak from the heart, but it was informed and it was passionate. But you're also speaking as a Spurs fan, and that's why I said my opinion is relevant. I, as a non-Spurs fan, think
yes, goal Martinez from a corner.
Shame.
Disallowed.
Disallowed. Yeah.
Give me something, please. Give me something.
What's that been disallowed for?
No. Like shirt tugging?
What were you lot shouting
something?
What was their chance before that?
United had a chance which was cleared off the line. A work free kick from Bruno Fernandes, dinked up to Casemiro at the back post, headed back across to Cunha. Cunha headed it, looked like he was going in. I think Bashir Humphreys cleared it off the line, went out for a corner. From the resulting corner, we're trying to see now.
So corner comes into the box.
That's not a foul, man.
So Kyle Walker's gone down under a challenge from Martinez, is it? And then the ball comes off Casemiro back into the box and falls to Martinez. And it's whether it's a foul on Walker as that corner initially comes in there. Martinez is behind Kyle Walker. I agree with you there. I mean, the thing that I find so confusing, and I've said it so many times on this show, incidents like that where a couple of players are coming together and sure, the arms might be sort of kind of around them. But you see incidents like that every single game in, game out, where players are pulling each other, trying to block them, whatever it might be. And the referees just occasionally decide to give a foul whenever it suits them. Now, again, if they're going to be consistent with every single one of these incidents, then I've got no problem with that being given as a foul. Okay, Martinez, there might be a slight kind of arm going around him, but Kyle Walker knows what he's doing. He's fallen to the floor, and we've got 8 games going on tonight. I can categorically guarantee you something of that ilk will happen in at least every single game, and just occasionally, one game, one incident that will be pulled up upon. So in absolute isolation, I don't know why Martinez attempts to maybe move him away from the ball, move him to the ground. But the problem is, Walker's been very clever. He's bought it. And I think there has to be consistency with this stuff. And you don't get it. And that's why this stuff annoys me, Scott.
It's frustrating as hell. Like, it really is. Like, Kyle Walker's done really well by buying that free kick. He really has. Like, he's felt some contact from Martinez. And he's gone down and he's bought it. Like, if Martinez hadn't have been the goal scorer, maybe the goal would have still stood. I don't know. But I remember things like, it's really frustrating. Like it's just because it's my team that I watch. I remember a couple of seasons ago when Rasmus Højlund was penalised for a penalty against Man City, when he tugged back Rodri, I think it was, in a Manchester derby. And then that was given as a penalty.
I remember that game.
And then the week later, the same thing happens, and there's no penalty. This is the frustration here. You'll see that happen, like you said, Sam. You'll see that happen in every game, probably tonight.
Yep.
Probably multiple times from different set pieces.
I mean, Walker completely makes a mill of it, throws it to the floor, he knows exactly what he's doing. And
better move, though, from Walker.
Oh, no, I mean, Walker's played the blinds up.
No, I do agree with you, boys. So the referees have to be more consistent. The officials have to be more consistent.
Sunderland have got a penalty at the G-Tech Stadium. I think that's Brobby, isn't it, who's gone down under a challenge. He got the ball played to feet. He tried to spin Aya, and as he did that, he went to ground, and the referee's given a penalty. Chelsea here with a chance. Neto inside the box, left-hand side again, Quakey. That's the quality they were talking about. That's not poor. He still got it.
He's so rubbish.
Right on cue. 2 not great balls into the box.
Lucas Bergvall has gone off injured. Looks very, very.
Oh no,
very upset. Yeah, I don't know. Do you think it was? Do you think it was thigh, calf, hamstring?
But he's still slapping the floor.
He was not happy.
He looks like a serious one.
Yeah.
Talking about some awful defending there from Aya. I mean, that is awful defending. Brobby gets the ball to feet. Aya's already got us tugging the shirt. As he's going back into him, he then spins him and takes him to the ground. It's really, really poor, reckless play.
Though, Sam. Brobby in that position so hard to defend, so strong. Aya just doesn't. Yeah, it makes a meal of it.
I appreciate that. He's a big unit, isn't he? And he does well to spin him, but I think. I think what you do is not that. Is not let him spin you and then take him to the floor by kicking him and by pulling his shirt. Anything but maybe you just almost stand off him and say, if you're going to spin, fine, I'll block it. It's Enzo Lefebvre who's got the ball on the spot. Sunderland been much better, much more improved in the second period. Can Enzo Lefebvre bring Sunderland back on level terms? They've drawn their last 4 league games, Sunderland, in the Premier League. Lefebvre steps up against Kelleher. Oh, no way! He Panenkes it down the middle, and the goalkeeper just stands still and catches it.
Why has he done that?
No.
Such an idiot doing that. My God.
2 weeks in a row. Welbeck last week.
Welbeck at West Ham, yeah.
That was worse.
Can we see a replay?
I think that one was somehow worse because
was
it's so much worse when the keeper
bad.
stands there.
And that felt even slower than Welbeck's one.
That's so. Kelleher does stand in the middle though.
Kelleher doesn't even move. He knows it's coming.
Chelsea!
Chelsea go on! It's all happening.
Oh my! That's so embarrassing.
Leeds are 1 up at Newcastle. Brennan Harrison scored for them and Kwaku Afari on 54 minutes. Fulham take the lead at home to Chelsea. What's happened, Kwaku?
Good header. Good header from.
Goal. You deserve that.
Ball comes in from out wide. It's a great header. He's found a bit of form recently, Jimenez, but I think the defender should be better. We're going to see a replay here.
It's Emil Smith-Rowe who's playing that kind of free role, gives it back to Tom Kearney, who then works it out to the right-hand side. A great ball comes into the box. And to be fair to Jimenez, he makes a really, really good run, almost a cross goal. The defender follows him, Carnes gets there. And I think that's actually a really, really good header because the ball that comes in, I don't think has loads of pace on it. It's quite far out and he heads it down. Sanchez gets the left hand on it. Should he be saving that, or is that a bit harsh?
I think it's a bit harsh. I feel like it's a good header. Just rubbish. The league's done. Jamie, just put me in Champions League shows. Just put me in Champions League.
When you say the league's done, what exactly did you have in mind for the league anyway? Because you said that you weren't in a title race.
Sorry, just on also the Matisse gig with Liam Racine is going to finish you off. Well, that's basically taking you out of work, hasn't it, on that show, right?
Although I did get a late call up earlier this week
because he couldn't do it.
That's because he cancelled.
Yeah. He was unavailable. Sorry. Breaking news coming into us. I can exclusively reveal that Matisse, one of the most famous people on the planet at the moment. He says breaking news there. Matisse on Inside Chelsea Monday, and it's live.
And so am I.
Oh, not Matisse.
What? Together?
Oh, you said Matisse. Oh, take breaking news down there. Sorry. Oh, sorry. That's boring.
You're doing Inside Chelsea on Monday.
Oh, I mean, to be fair, Abby, though, I imagine Matisse must be inundated with offers at the moment. He is. For those who don't know Matisse, you might have seen him on talkSPORT Goals and across other social media platforms. He basically looks a little bit like Liam Racine.
Yeah, no, a lot.
Do you think?
Yeah, a lot.
What do you actually think he does, though?
We spoke about it the other day. We said that he has to...
Oh, and Dior! Unbelievable.
Well, you wouldn't have him on that if it wasn't for us, so yeah, anyway.
Ooh.
Okay, anyway. Yeah. Anyway, we said you need to lean into it. We said you need to lean
and he is,
into
hasn't
it.
he? Yeah.
It's going to be so good for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, he
does look overseen.
But it's good for you because you'll have
What, my gig again? Because start putting food in.
Oh, goal of the Etihad Stadium! Brighton have equalised. Karu Matoma scores. 59 minutes gone. It's Man City 1, Brighton 1. And guys, this now, in this season's title race, is going to be a massive 30 minutes. City draw at Sunderland. They draw at home to Chelsea. Arsenal are winning. And it's Matoma who scored a lovely goal, cutting in from the left-hand side. Beats Donnarumma in the bottom corner. Brighton are level. Kwaku, huge 30 minutes coming up now.
Huge 30 minutes. And this is what Brighton deserved for their first half performance. And then the second half, City have dominated a little bit more. So,
do you know what?
Yeah. There's deflection there on the finish from Matoma. But regardless, Brighton have fought back into this game. And City haven't looked strong at the back. And they've looked like they could concede a goal. And this goal comes via deflection. But it's what they deserve. It's now a big 30 minutes.
I'm going to go as far as to say this is a title-defining 30 minutes for City. You cannot go 3 draws in a row. No, you cannot let Arsenal go 8 clear of you. No. We're now over halfway in the season, and we know Arsenal don't drop many points. We know they're good. We know they're consistent. And okay, Brighton are a decent team, but this is just simply must-win for City now.
I think so many games have been must-win, and we've let it slip, and there's been a few things where I haven't...
Newcastle have equalised against Leeds United. Newcastle 1, Leeds 1. Leeds only led for 5 or so minutes. Brendan Harrison giving them the lead. Newcastle 1, Leeds 1. Leeds have won just 2 of their last 8 Premier League away games against Newcastle. It is a busy night. Live on talkSPORT Goals. We are on talkSPORT's YouTube channel and on your smart TVs. It's still Bournemouth 2, Tottenham 1. Brentford leading against Sunderland by a goal to 0. There was that awful missed penalty from Enzo Lefebvre. The only game that's goalless is at Selhurst Park. Palace 0, Aston Villa 0. Is there possibly a chance here for Devaney at the back post? No, there isn't. Palace in a poor run of form. Villa can go 3 behind Arsenal with a victory. Everton 1, Wolves 0. Fulham leading. Oh, chance for Sharda. Oh, he hits the ball. Range. Ball comes in from the right-hand side to Kevin Sharda at the back post. He's been in He hits the bar, and it then comes back out to the right-hand side. Across to the left. Wilson's in for Fulham. Oh, that could be a penalty. No, I think the defender there, Hato, does well. The Brentford goal, I love the camera panning to Enzo Lefebvre. Cross in from the right-hand side to Sharda, who does really well to head the ball back across goal. And Igor Thiago, like all good centre-forward should be, in the right place, in the right time. Can he go back-to-back games scoring a hat-trick? And here's one for you. Igor Thiago scored a hat-trick in the last game. In the previous game, Kevin Sharda scored a hat-trick against Bournemouth. So possibly could be 3 games in a row. Well, I'd love to know, has that ever happened before in the Premier League? We'll try and find out. Sharda does well, heads back across goal. Igor Thiago from close range heads in. Brentford 2, Sunderland 0. Fulham 1, Chelsea 0. Man City 1, Brighton 1. Burnley 1, Man United 0. Newcastle 1, Leeds 1. Guys, talk to me.
Igor Thiago sits alone as the what? He's broken the record for the single season
Brazilian player, yeah. It was
16,
15.
16 league
It's
goals.
unbelievable.
That's unbelievable.
We're literally just halfway
through the
through.
season. That's
Mad.
unbelievable. And Lefebvre, like, what are you thinking?
What
are you thinking? Because that was...
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that Brentford are about to qualify for the Champions League this year.
How much is this guy worth now? Off the back of this season so far, with how much teams play for strikers, for Premier League proven players who can score?
Probably 60, pro 60.
Brighton.
Yeah.
Brentford can honestly demand whatever they want at the moment for this guy. Unbelievable stuff. What a find.
This is such a concern.
Abby, how are you feeling? Man City 1, Brighton 1, 63 minutes gone.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good at all. I feel like with City, they really couldn't keep slipping up, and they have continued to slip up the last few games, and you can't let that gap be more than 6. You can't. And I know they've obviously got a lot of injuries going on. They're trying to get Mark Gahey in, but I just think it might be too late. Do you not feel the same way?
Nah, do you know what? I don't. I think
It's stressing me out, Quakin.
Oh, Palace should score. Oh, my goodness me. Sorry. Emi Buendia, an incredible last-ditch tackle. There was a save from the goalkeeper from a shot from the left-hand side. It then came out to a Palace player. I'm not sure if it was Deveni. And he's literally a couple of yards out. And Emi Buendia with an unbelievable last-ditch tackle. Have a look at this here. It's Pino's shot from inside the box on the left-hand side. It then falls on the right-hand side, and that from Buendia is It's absolutely world-class defending. It remains Palace 0, Aston Villa 0 in that game of football there.
Not a good save.
Sorry? No, it's awful. He pushes that right back into the danger area. Goalkeepers don't like... He got Thiago with a hat-trick? No? Can he? Oh, he just couldn't get the shot away. A ball came in from the right-hand side, and I thought he was going to get to the ball before the Sunderland defender and get the shot away. But Sunderland do well. Quaku here with Chelsea at Craven Cottage. I mean, it looks at the moment it's one-way traffic, though, Quaku. Here's your favourite player, Pedro Neto, down the left-hand side.
Here we go. Make a good decision. Do something. Not bad. Not bad.
Broken down.
Brock Lesnar passes it back. Honestly,
Palace.
Palace should score! Oh, my goodness me! The goalkeeper's had another stinker there. This time he doesn't deal with the ball into the box. He drops it. There's a melee inside the box. The ball's ricocheting over everyone. Again, there was another really good last-ditch tackle. And somehow Palace aren't ahead. And now Brennan Johnson still looks worth seeing him in a Palace kit.
Yeah.
I think his dive for trying to win a penalty, it's all Crystal Palace, though. How on earth have they not scored? Scott, how are Man United getting on a Burnley? Burnley 1, Man United 0. Are United playing well since going behind?
Having a great time, I've got to be honest. I think, if anything, to me, I've been watching other games as well, but Burnley look like they're shading it. Has Bruno Fernandes just been booked for that on Hannibal? Hannibal has gone down there a bit. He's dived. He very much has. And the free kick's been given. Look, it's been a frustrating one so far. Like, Benjamin Sesko's been on the periphery.
Go on.
Liam Delap's do one goal. Liam Delap. Can he score? No, he can't. That's where you need your centre forward in a game like this to put the ball in the back of the net, get slipped through on goal. 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. Bern Leno rushes out. Can Delap keep his composure? No, he can't. He strikes straight at the goalkeeper. That, though, from Palmer. The dummy's unbelievable. Ball gets pinged into Palmer. He dummies it. The lap goes through on goal. Just trying to look here, Quaker. What sort of finish is it? Does he try and dink it over the...
Dink over the keeper. That's beautiful from Palmer. Tries to dink over the keeper. Should just...
I think the dink's actually right. The keeper comes and goes down.
Yeah.
And you're right. I think the intention's right. The idea's right. The execution's not right, though.
Oh, no.
Wolves have equalised away at Everton. Wow. And by the way, we've all slagged off this Wolves team, haven't
they? They looked.
Yeah. He's very good, by the way.
It's Everton 1, Wolves 1. 69 minutes gone in that game. Of course, Wolves picked up that point at Old Trafford. And, of course, Wolves as well picked up the win, didn't they, against West Ham. And, by the way, Mateus Mane, what a couple of weeks he's had. Yeah. Ball gets played through on goal. His first touch, just to set the ball in front of him. It's absolutely fantastic. And then he slots the ball past Pickford. Everton 1, Wolves 1. What happened to the G-Tech?
Thiago through on goal. Keeper pulls off a good save. Almost gets hat-trick. I think they've got a corner now, but Brentford are pushing for a third. Dam's got on the pitch now. It's all going off. It's all going off.
Abby, João Palhinha.
Let's go. Oh, what a save.
What happened, Scott, at Turf Moor?
What a save that is. We haven't seen it all that much, but like Sesko, the ability, the height he can reach on jumps, like a cross come in, edge of the box. He's so far out here. Wins the ball, first time header from the edge of the box pretty much. Directed at goal. It's a brilliant save from Dubravka, to be honest. And look, the airtime he gets on that is unbelievable. But
Oh, sorry. Spurs hit the post at Bournemouth. Bournemouth 2, Tottenham 1. There's a header from Richarlison, who's just come off the bench and from close range. It comes off the post. Still Burnley 2, Bournemouth 2, Spurs 1 in that game. Abby, have a look at that header. From a couple of yards out, your centre forward has to do better there, no?
Yeah, but look, they obviously rested him tonight as well because I think he looked knackered after the last game. He does work himself hard, you know, for all his faults, Richarlison. He might not have the most quality, but he does put a shift in.
Abby, I'm sorry.
Yeah, all right.
3 yards out. He is. I mean,
he's not good enough.
He is 2 yards out, and the header.
What do you want me to do? He's the only option off the bench. I don't have anything.
We're not blaming you, Abby.
I know,
It's not your
but
fault.
it's just.
But you can't defend him.
I hate this team.
He's not,
I hate them.
He's
I actually hate them.
Bournemouth on the counter-attack now. Semenya left-hand side goes across goal. Benz doesn't deal with it. Can Bournemouth score? It just goes wide. It's the substitute from close range.
There's so much going on.
There is lots going on. What happened at Turf Moor? A chance for Ugarte, Scott.
Ugarte had a shot a few minutes ago, which from 40 yards or whatever it was, but he had a real chance here. It's chested down to him at the edge of the box. He's completely free. It's not the guy you wanted to fall to, I've got to be honest, but he gets a really clean strike on it. It's just the direction of it. It's so far off target, actually. He has to do so much better, but it's not the player you want it to fall to there. Chested down by Casemiro, and United are putting a bit of pressure on towards the end of the half, really. Not really done enough so far, but I think they just need... I can't believe I'm saying this, a little bit of luck to fall their way.
This is all kicking off.
But I tell you what here, Brighton are really putting the pressure on Manchester City. Man City 1, Brighton 1. Caddy Gogler a short while ago cut the ball back and there were 2 of his Brighton teammates ready to have a go. But Rodri on...
3-0 Brentford. Wow.
Serious team.
What a team.
Yeah.
Serious team.
Yarmouk has given Brentford their third goal. Enzo Lefebvre, good luck getting back on that bus because at 1-0 he decides to Panenka a penalty and Brentford are 3-0 up. Oh, how Brighton not scored! Wow. How have Brighton not scored at the Etihad Stadium? Mitoma's hit the post. He's basically on the goal line and Brighton somehow haven't scored the second goal. It's absolutely remarkable. Let's have a look at a replay here. This game is crazy. It's so open. Long ball to the back post. Mitoma, he's through on goal, one-on-one with the keeper. He passes it to Gomez, who has an open goal in front of him, and somehow he doesn't score from close range. He almost hits the ball back to Donnarumma, and then Mitoma can't score from a tight angle. How does he not score there, guys?
I don't know how.
Have we just scored?
Spurs just scored.
I don't know, because what are they doing?
I don't know why they're chest bumping.
Yeah, same. What are they doing?
Mickey van der Ven, long run as he always does, carries the ball forward. What a run from van der Ven. And does he win a penalty? He does and wins the goalkeeper. What a run that is there from van der Ven. And oh no, he goes down, he dives. Yeah.
What are they chest pumping for?
Who was chest
I
pumping?
don't really understand that.
We should have scored.
They were all chest pumping each
Oh,
other.
Caicedo, but the ball falls to him at the edge of the box.
Dorgu!
It's a weak shot.
Patrick Dorgu goes one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Keeper comes out, Dubravka. Dorgu dinks it. Abby, what's happening?
We don't know. Quaker and I can't work out.
They're checking a penalty, possible foul. I think Van der Ven dives.
The ref gives it in real time, and I think they're going to
Initiate
slow it.
that, I think.
Yeah, I think they're going to slow it.
Unnecessary chest pump.
Yeah.
Looking for that.
It's a long run forward from Van der Ven. I don't think there's the only bit of contact is I think he dives into the Bournemouth player.
Yeah.
Does he get that contact first and then try and make more of it?
Oh, so checking it.
By the way, a penalty was given on pitch. Yeah. Penalty to Tottenham. I think this is a dive. I think Van der Ven's running at great speed, and I just think at the last minute he almost dives into the Bournemouth player. I'm not sure, and I think the referee's going to have a look at this.
They're not going to give it. Now it's going over, but yeah.
Say again?
They won't give it now. He's going over to look at the
and I think it's the right call. He's right. Bournemouth, Brentford at the post. Quaker, what do you think here? He carries the ball a long way. He's running at great speed. Yeah. I just think there's
the slightest touch.
So Brooks makes a sliding tackle, but I don't think he makes contact with him. Then I think Van der Ven.
Almost scores.
I then think Van der Ven overruns it, and Abby. I think
the touch is there. Yeah.
I think his right leg almost goes into the Bournemouth defender who pulls away.
I don't know.
That's the dives.
He dives,
I don't-
doesn't he?
Dives. He sticks a leg out.
But when you're running at that speed, at the slightest touch,
Are they looking at like the first?
Oh,
contact
no,
that
the
he
third.
makes?
They're looking at the first one or the second
He should have
one?
gone down the first
Either,
one.
either.
Should've gone first one.
There's
First one-
first contact, and then he moves his leg into it to look like simulation. But there could be a question about.
well, on that one, on the back one,
But I'm not even sure there's contact on that
oh,
one,
I
on the
don't know.
Brooks
They're not
one.
going to give it anyway, so don't worry about it.
It's not a penalty for me, but
I think there's no contact at any point. I think the referee is going to overturn it. And I think that's the right call. It took
Yeah,
a while to get there. I understand why the referee gives that in full time. That's a hard one for the official. But I think the right call gets made there. Abby?
take back those fist bumps, guys, and high
Well,
fives.
they was premature fist pump and chest pump. I mean, it is a great run, but it's just dark, guys. It's just a really dark
Why is
time.
Van de Ven barking? Like, he's
Because
Well, he
he
wants a
thinks it's a
penalty, doesn't he?
penalty.
yeah, I know, but come on.
But
Like we've all got eyes and we can see a replay. He dived.
Half-time, Burnley 1, Manchester United 0. Just 2 of Burnley's 14 Premier League goals against Man United have come in home games. And those stats there, Scott, on the TV, the expected goal for Man United against bottom 3 Burnley, 0.75.
0.06 got XG for Burnley. It's look, I think United they've dominated the game. I think Burnley have had their moments. They've had a few shots which have flashed past the post. Look, they got lucky with the goal that they scored. I think.
Yeah,
Liam Delap scores at Craven Cottage. Fulham 1, Chelsea 1, and 10-man Chelsea have equalised at Craven Cottage, and it's a big goal and a big moment, Kwaku, for Liam Delap.
Yeah, I actually missed it, so I'm about to see the replay and watch it in real time with you guys. But important goal for Delap. We were actually pushing him quite a bit for the last 5 minutes, and yeah, I think Delap's made up for the chance that he missed earlier on in the game, and he puts this one back on the net. And 1-0, we'll see what happens. The ball comes in.
It's a Pedro Neto corner towards the near post. It's a flick onto the near post from a Fulham player, Jimenez. Oh, Igor Thiago. Yeah, I thought so. Igor Thiago had a shot there, which goes there. You celebrated that more than Chelsea's goal there, didn't you? Jimenez header at the near post, goes to the back post, hits the post, and then Delap, to his credit, as all good centre forward should do, Kwaku, is in the right place at the right time to score. A goal at St James's Park. Who's the most informed striker in the league? Apart from Igor Thiago? Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Malik Chow, handball, penalty for Calvert-Lewin, who slots it in. That would be his 7th goal in 8 games, wouldn't it? He didn't score on the last one. Leeds are leading, by the way. What a bad couple of days this could be for West Ham. West Ham lose against Forest. Leeds are at Newcastle and leading by 2-1. Kwaku, that goal there from Liam Delap should fill him with lots of confidence.
100%. He needed that, especially after missing the first chance. And against City, he showed some endeavour, showed some hustle and bustle. Needs that finishing touch, and he's shown that today against Fulham. So hopefully that can be the kickstart to what is a fruitful rest of the season for Delap.
I can't stress enough how important these final 50 minutes are at the Etihad Stadium. Man City 1, Brighton 1. City go into this game on the back of 2 draws. Against Sunderland away from home. Then there was that last-minute Enzo Fernandez equaliser for Chelsea on the weekend. It's Man City 1, Brighton 1. As things stand with this with this point, the gap goes to 5 points. Arsenal play tomorrow night. City are in here now down the right-hand side, ball into the box. Brighton do well to clear. And by the way, if you think this game of football is City dominating, creating chances, you are miles off it. Brighton, I think, if anything, are unlucky to be behind. They've been the better of the 2 teams. They've had the biggest chances. Somehow Gomez didn't score from a couple of yards out when the score was at 1-1. So in the final 50 minutes of our 7:30 games, it is Bournemouth 2, Tottenham 1 on what could be another disastrous night. Awful night for Thomas Frank. Another defeat, another bad performance.
oh, what a goal!
And right
What
on
a goal
cue.
that is. That is unbelievable from Shalpalinia. That is where you've taken your top off, son, not at home to Wolves. That is an unbelievable overhead kick he has just scored. Unbelievable. I need to watch that again, Sam, because I couldn't believe that actually just happened. You can smile at that because that was so good.
I didn't see it.
Yes, you did.
I didn't see it. I see the
That was so good. And to be fair,
You know what, Abby? The best thing of all of this,
yeah.
he keeps his top on and runs back to the centre circle.
And
to
says,
get
"Let's
on with
go."
it. It's
That
it's
is
beautiful.
so nice.
Clean connection, that.
Yeah, Bournemouth can't clear their lines, and the ball bounces for Paulinho, kind of on the right-hand side, inside the box, and he does well. It's an outstanding bicycle kick, really, into the far corner. That's a lovely goal,
That is a lovely goal.
He scored a great goal against Wolves, didn't he? Earlier on in the season.
He did, yeah, last minute against Wolves. He does pop up with the odd goal, but that is absolutely class from him, to be honest.
Jean-Philippe Mateta with a good chance there for Palace, who have played really well in this second half. Lovely ball across the face of goal. He is millimetres away from getting on the end of it, Jean-Philippe Mateta. But Abby, how important is this goal? And really now for Spurs, what you want to see is go on and win the game, right?
Please go on and win the game. I mean, I have to say, Matisse Tell has been quite positive tonight. Obviously, you lose Lucas Bergwijn as well, who was one of the more positive, bright sparks in the team. That looks like it's going to be quite a lengthy injury as well, the way that he reacted. But it's just making sure we now don't concede up the other end. I had this as a 2-2. I'd love it if we actually managed to do something, got a result away from home, but I don't know if we've got it in us.
A really interesting one in the Everton Wolves game, right? They're checking a possible red card for serious foul play, and it looked like it was two players that just went up for a header. And I wondered what they were checking for. But what Michael Keane does is he pulls the hair of the Wolves player. It's the big centre forward.
What?
And as he goes up, I think he has a little yank of his ponytail.
Does it remind you of Romero on Cucurella?
Ridiculous.
Have a look at this, though.
It wasn't a red, though, was it?
But is that...
Get out of the way, ref.
I don't mean to be... Serious question. Is that serious foul play? Having a little tug of a ponytail?
You're not allowed to do that.
You're not allowed to do that.
No, okay, I'm asking the question.
I'd be fuming if someone did that.
Southampton had a man sent off against Chelsea last year for pulling.
Yeah, you can't.
When Dia from outside the box. By the way, Igor Thiago's being substituted. No hat trick today.
Look at this nice embrace with him and Keith Andrews.
Keith Andrews is having to explain to him why he's taking.
Yeah, but also Keith Andrews is saying to him, "I love you so much."
Thank you. You are amazing.
Thank you.
Oh, Fulham got.
Harry Wilson inside the box has a shot really well blocked there by Reece James. So I think the referee's going to send off Michael Keane here.
I think you should.
So a little pull of the hair is serious foul play. It's violent conduct, is it? No, is it? I mean, I don't know. You tell me.
Does it go under violent conduct?
I think it does.
Well, it'd be serious foul play, violent conduct. The referee's going to send off Michael Keane.
My
God,
it's me.
Okay, imagine if Wolves go here and win, by the way, and go back-to-back win, 7 points from 9. Everton have got 10 men going to final 10 minutes of this game.
Yeah, Everton have had probably the most bizarre red cards this season. That Michael Keane one and the.
It's a shame this Wolves fight back.
Just the gay one as well.
It's coming so late.
But that is stupid. You shouldn't really do that. Shouldn't really yank someone's hair, should you?
It's a stupid thing to do, isn't it? Right. So Everton are down to 10 men in that game. We're entering the final. It's got a big 10 minutes there. Everton 1, Wolves 1, Man City 1, Brighton 1, Bournemouth 2, Spurs 2. That looks a really, really open game of football. Villa are drawing away at Palace. Fulham 1, Chelsea 1, Brentford 3, Sunderland 0. Chance for City. Can they score? Haaland! Oh no!
We can't afford to do this.
Erling Haaland is 3-4 yards out. He's got all the space in the box, and he shoots the goalkeeper. And once again, the ball comes into Ayari. He does the same thing, straight to the City player, to Haaland. How does Haaland miss, Quakers?
He's got to score that. He has to score that. He has to score that.
That is unbelievable.
Shirky, lovely feet.
Oh my God.
Straight at the keeper. He's got the whole net to aim at. The whole other side of the net is completely free.
You're at
Anywhere
Haaland.
he puts it, apart from where he put it.
Come on, man.
That goes in.
Oh my God.
That is for Haaland. That is like an absolute sitter.
That's a sitter. Come on.
What are Brighton doing?
I don't know, but
it was Ayari who did the one for the first one.
Bang it! Just bang it! Oh, so.
We actually need to have a serious conversation about City and about just all of this.
Yeah, they'll get a goal.
All of what?
Yeah, sorry, Jamie's just in my ear talking about that there was a picture of Thomas Frank drinking from an Arsenal cup, but I've seen it. I don't think it's from today's game though.
It's not from today's game, is it?
No, Tottenham head coach. It's just actually come out on the commentary. Actually, Tottenham head coach Thomas Frank was pictured with an Arsenal branded cup ahead of their match at Bournemouth. Frank has been subjected to boos from his own fans and may not have helped his parent. That surely has to be AI.
Yes, I've seen.
That has to be an AI image. There's no chance that Thomas Frank is walking around with a paper cup with an Arsenal emblem on it.
That's remarkable. Yeah, so I've seen the picture.
Yeah,
it
has to be AI.
That can't be real.
If not, he must get out of my football club by the morning.
Why would he have
a plastic, reusable Arsenal cup?
Yeah.
Okay, well, it has to. What would you do? Keep it in his pocket from when we played them in November? Of course, that's not real.
Maybe.
Yeah, also, how would he get?
It's like me walking around with that. It's like me walking around with that from November. My favourite little cup.
Thomas Frank. And I'm like,
that cup.
Yours be see-through and had matcha on it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
This is actually quite serious.
Yeah, no, I think it's real.
That has to be AI.
It's real.
It might be real from when we played them at the Emirates. Yeah.
It's like the standard. Some of the papers are actually going with it. Yeah. So yeah. Also, like if you look at the backdrop, it looks
That looks like
it could be the Emirates. Couldn't
Yeah,
it, as well?
that looks
more like the Emirates than Bournemouth, doesn't it?
well, unless it's vitality sign.
Oh, the post of Villa! What a chance for Aston Villa! Lindelof has a header into the turf. Oh, by the way, Abby, look at that save there from Petrovic. Mickey van der Ven just had a header, and Petrovic pulls off an absolutely outstanding save here. We'll do Cupgate later. We need full concentration.
That can't be.
Oh, God, good save, Sanchez. Oh, no, it's everything.
He's going to win Wales the World Cup.
Unbelievable player. He's in the form of his life.
What a player this guy is.
Terrible.
Honestly.
Harry Wilson scores for Fulham. It's Fulham 2, Chelsea 1. Oh, God, Wolves have come close to scoring there. This is moments after Raul Jimenez hits the bar with a header. Harry Wilson gives Fulham the lead. The Fulham had the ball on the right-hand side. Harry Wilson plays it back. He then gets it out on the right-hand side once again. He plays a lovely ball back into Emil Smith-Rowe. He carries on his run. Smith-Rowe goes across goal. Sanchez saves it. It comes to Harry Wilson.
Finish.
And the finish is fantastic. Again, I'd question the goalkeeper. Why are you punching the ball back into a danger area? But when it comes to Wilson, his first touch to get the ball out is unbelievable. Then he drills it low into the bottom corner. Scott is a Wales fan. This guy might win you the World Cup.
He's picked up that Gareth Bale mantle, honestly, and like the form he's showing for Fulham.
Big words there, Scott.
Well, for Wales anyway.
Okay,
he's picked up the responsibility. He's carrying Wales on his back at the moment. But like Harry Wilson, the form he's been in over the last few weeks, unbelievable. Some of the goals he can score, his ability from set pieces is deadly, and that finish there just shows what he's all about. Really, he's sold the defender the wrong way, just lifted it over his leg, and then just with one touch on the other side, put it in the bottom corner. It's deflected off Reece James, so I don't know whether maybe he got a bit lucky with the deflection and it changed the path of the ball. But this guy, so good recently.
Confidence is everything, right? Like everything that he touches feels like it's going to turn to goals. I remember he scored for Wales in last international break. Scored an incredible free kick.
Yeah.
And he's playing with that freeness and confidence of a man who's in the best form of his career, and Fulham deserve this. Chelsea are.
I'm really sorry, but my head is absolutely spun about him drinking out of an Arsenal cup.
I think it's from today. It looks like the.
I mean, I think it is.
How do you feel, Abby? Tell me, Frank.
My head is spinning. Why are you drinking out of an Arsenal cup? Why? Like what is, I need to understand the logic of, okay, like give me the logic and the understanding why you would be drinking out of an Arsenal cup.
Maybe he doesn't know. Maybe he just wants to make a cup of tea and hasn't looked at the
cup.
Well,
I don't know. I said that can't happen. You're not the manager of Tottenham Hotspur. You're drinking out of an Arsenal cup before kickoff. Are you joking?
It can't happen.
What do you mean he wouldn't see it? It's like if you bought me that.
I don't look at what's
you would
on
notice
the side of the cup.
You'd notice it if it had an Everton emblem on it or a United emblem. You'd notice it if it had a Tottenham one. If you bought me that and it had an Arsenal one, I'd say take it back, Jay. I'm not drinking it. Like, are you? The manager of my football club is walking around pre-kickoff, drinking out of an Arsenal cup. We're not at the Emirates. We're at Bournemouth.
You need to verify if it's.
If this is
that cannot be legit.
Sorry, that can't be a legitimate picture. It can't be. I need someone to AI grok it, double check it, do whatever, chat GPT it. That can't be. Whatever you need to do. That can't be a real image. That can't be a real image. I need someone to actually check that.
Do you know what? Can I say one thing before we go in? We really do need to see if this is real or not, right? Yeah. Now there is a picture of Thomas Frank drinking out of an Arsenal. But also, why would an Arsenal?
Apparently it's genuinely real.
So get it. Yeah, it's real from today.
Get this man out my football club. Get him out my football club. You get him out. Get him out.
Why is there an Arsenal cup?
I don't. Well, they played.
Oh yeah, they played him on the weekend, didn't they?
So what? Who?
They played him on the weekend.
I need to understand the logic.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, they did.
Jack Grealish sent off at Everton at Wolves. Everton are down to. This might be my favourite goal show of all time. Everton are down to 9 men at home. Imagine if Wolves can get a win here.
Oh my
Absolutely
God,
remarkable. Huge. Abby, Thomas Frank, what people saying on social media?
They're saying that's real.
See, now I remember that Arsenal were at Bournemouth on the weekend. Maybe Arsenal...
So what, they haven't got cups at Bournemouth?
No, so maybe the Arsenal cups just remained in the away dressing room and it weren't taken out. That would be my... Do you agree? That's my most logical guess. Cups, the Arsenal brought cups to Bournemouth, left it in the away dressing room, and Thomas Frank has just picked up a cup.
that might
a cup of tea. And he's
Sorry. Why are you drinking out of an Arsenal cup?
Yeah, that might be the case, but that's a sackable offence.
That is, honestly, it's a sackable offence. I can't deal with this man. He better hope we win this game. He better hope we win this game.
Chelsea
City! Bernardo Silva! Oh, close feet, it just goes wide. Morgan Rogers, by the way, from close range, turns and has a shot from just inside the box, goes over the bar. Still Palace 0, Villa 0. I want to laugh at Thomas Frank. We got so much going on. 88 minutes gone. At Man City. It's Man City 1, Tottenham 1. Ryan Cherky's just missed a shot from close range. If this remains a draw and Arsenal win at home to Liverpool, the gap is 8 points in January in the Premier League. That feels absolutely huge. 2 minutes left in that game. Man City 1, Brighton 1. 9 minutes added on at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. Wolves, who beat West Ham on the weekend, they've got 8 minutes to find a winner against a team who have got 9 men. It's all Wolves. Imagine if they go back to back. Bournemouth 2, Spurs 2, Palace 0, Villa 0, Fulham 2, Chelsea 1, Chelsea down to 10 men, Brentford 3, Sunderland 0. Abby, a crossover to you. Do we have an update, please, on Thomas Frank?
Apparently you can buy the image for £275 off of Getty. And if I was trolling Spurs fans, I would absolutely be buying that if I was an Arsenal fan.
Just for Chelsea! Oh, sorry.
No, you keep going. I'm still just...
Also, I can't wait. The poor press officer after this game is now to put his arm around him and go, by the way, Thomas, just to let you know here, mate, you're going to get a couple of questions on... Oh, my goodness me, Jordan Pickford's just pulled an absolutely outstanding save at Hill Dickinson Stadium. Is that Bueno cuts in from the left-hand side, Scott. He wraps his right foot around it. It's going top bins, and Pickford pulls off an outstanding save. That's world class. That's world class.
I'm not overdoing this. That is one of the saves of the season. We saw David Raya the other day, didn't we, pull off one of those? It was kind of similar to that, but what a strike that is. And Wolves are right on it. 9 minutes of added time, you say. There's 7 of it left. They're right on top. Everton down to 10 men. I think, could this be the most miraculous recovery? No, they're down on it, of course.
Man City got a free kick in a dangerous position. Comes into the box and Brighton clear. How much added time is there going to be at the Etihad Stadium?
I'm going to say 5.
All right, let's just play.
8.
Yes, 8.
5.
Oh! Chance, breakaway.
How much? 5 minutes of time added on. Arsenal fans, my goodness me, they will be watching this game this evening. Well, we got one there behind the glass who's got a big smile on his face. And can you blame him? Quaker, I'll ask you that question in 5 minutes' time if it remains 1-1. Newcastle 1, Leeds 2, about to get underway. Second half, Burnley 1, Man United 0, has also just got underway. Abby, we got 8 minutes left. In the Bournemouth game, or time added on. Does any of it matter now, or is Cupgate just going to be the headline?
Cupgate is going to be the headline because Spurs fans are losing their heads.
Racking up cups.
When I said I wanted to rack up cups, I didn't mean ones that had Arsenal logos on it. I mean, this is going to be the talking point. I saw someone say it doesn't matter if we're 14, 15, 16.
Oh, hold on a chance. Sorry, Abby.
Go on.
Ball comes in from the right-hand side. Haaland shot from close range. Unbelievable. Last thing. Look, is there a chance for City? Brighton do
with it.
well.
Come on.
Turkey! Great. City with a corner.
I'm sorry, but Brighton shoot themselves in the foot. What are they doing?
Brighton should be 3-1 up and out of sight. Forget about hanging on for a draw.
But even like they're trying to pass that back, but you put your foot through it and clear it. City are pushing. City need a goal. 4 minutes left at the Etihad. The most important 4 minutes left.
It's massive.
It's
massive. Ollie Watkins has a shot which is blocked right through on goal for Aston Villa. That game looks like it's going to be goalless. City got a corner. Ball comes in. It comes to the back post. That is absolutely poor. Is that Reinders? It comes to the back post and Reinders, left foot, tight angle, shoots. It goes way over the bar.
It sounds trivial, but Thomas Frank better hope he doesn't lose from that. If he loses and that happens afterwards,
I think the damage is done already, so I've got to be honest.
If you win, you can play it off.
I've just had to scroll through my timeline. No, somebody might have stitched him up, to be fair.
Do you reckon?
Yeah. Like
you just can't get stitched up like that.
But if his answer is, oh yeah, there were cups in
That would be
the away
Arsenal.
dressing room, because it's true, right?
That would be, yeah.
In the away dressing room, and I made myself a cup of tea, unaware
It's an
what
espre- I
was
think
on
it's an
it.
espresso
That feels like quite a normal response and quite a normal thing to say. Like, I know it's funny and all that, and it doesn't look good. I understand that. But obviously, Thomas Frank would not have been aware that Arsenal badge, if it's true, would have been on that cup.
I don't care. I don't care.
No, but Abby...
No, I'm sorry. Sam.
If this starts to get personal now with him and people start attacking him in that respect, I don't like that.
There's certain things in life you don't do. Especially when you're Tottenham Hotspur boss. You can't get caught with Arsenal merchandise, first of all.
David Brooks! Oh, it goes over. No, Abby.
This is just rubbish, Sam. If someone brings you a cup like that, you can see what's on the cup, right?
Look, I personally don't inspect my cup.
You're also not the manager of Tottenham Hotspur. You're not doing a pre-match walk around the pitch.
Sam, question to you. Like,
This
Arne
isn't
Slot's going through his losing run, right?
Yeah.
And the week after Man United play against the team, Arne Slot's pictured with a Manchester United cup in his hand. That's a story and a half, mate.
No, I'm not
That's
saying it's
a
not a
story
story.
and a half.
But
When you're not even-
as a grown-up, it's just it's not like he's gone. Oh, I'm only has even got an Arsenal.
I'm not saying he's done it on
it's not done on
purpose.
purpose, but it's a faux pas.
It's a faux pas again.
yeah, look,
And also
it's a
when you're
boo-boo, but
when you're
it's
not in, it's more than a boo-boo.
I'll be honest
Sam.
with you. I've sat in the studio with you for 18 months, and I've watched Tottenham last season get battered week in, week out, and you've got more angry over a cup than Tottenham finished.
I'm angry at all of it.
Pick your
Sam.
battles with this.
No, I'm not picking my battles. I'm angry at all of it, Sam. I'm
not
angry
saying-
that I've got a manager that is so, I can't swear, is so bad
Oh, and
on
that's
the
fair.
pitch,
And
and
that's fair.
I hate
And
what
that's
I hate what I'm watching. I hate that I have a terrible team. I'm probably going to concede here as well. I hate that Bournemouth haven't won a game since the 26th of October, and we've made them look really, really good tonight as well. I hate that our team is. What did I just say? What did I just say? What did I just say?
Oh,
What
God!
did I just say to you? Sack him, get him out my club, get him away from me, get him out my club, get him away from me. No, I can't do this anymore.
You're going to be okay.
I'm not. I just told you because I know what this team is. I can't, and I've got my manager walking around with an Arsenal cup on top of it. They haven't won
stuff,
since the
man.
26th of October. Give me strength.
That is the most
I actually need a
Spursy
minute. I'm
thing.
so hot. I need
That's the most Spursy thing
United scored, by the way.
that can ever.
Let's go! I was laughing too much at Spurs. He needed that.
Man,
He needed that. Has Abby left?
Abby's left.
Head loss. Complete head
I
loss.
don't know why I'm laughing. My team's still losing 2-1, but that is the most Spursy thing you can ever ask for. My God. The manager.
By the way, as well, Antoine Semenyo, it's probably going to be the last ball he kicks for Bournemouth.
yeah.
It's a really, really nice goal, isn't it?
Ever tell me I don't know my team.
By the way,
Ever.
right, Abby, we are
Last
going to do a
minute,
debrief
last
with you
minute
sooner rather than
City.
later. Man City, in the 95th minute, are now having to defend a corner
Yeah.
against Brighton. So, I mean, City aren't going to win this game of football, are they?
No.
And now possibly they could lose this game of football. This would be absolutely remarkable. What a night of football, by the way. We get paid to do this. This is unbelievable.
If you're an Arsenal fan, what?
You're an Arsenal fan right now. You are loving life. It's a corner into the box, which Haaland heads away. It finishes at the Etihad Stadium. Man City 1, Brighton 1. Pep Guardiola is doing that kind of sarky smile thing. He's having a word with Hurtzler in that kind of, like patronising way that he speaks to people. Kwaku Afari, how big of a night is this in the title race? Man City for the third game in a row. Also, I'm sorry, Pep's sort of pointing a finger at Hurtzler here. I don't know what he's saying. I don't know if I missed something.
Yeah.
But, stay humble, Pep, yourself, right?
Yeah.
You've been absolutely awful tonight. You don't deserve to win this game. Brighton have missed big chances. Get on with it. Kwaku, what does this mean for the title race?
You can accept a draw at Sunderland. You look at it. Yeah, Arsenal drew there. A draw against Chelsea at home, you say, okay, it's Chelsea.
Can't accept that when hunting down Arsenal, mate. I don't think you can accept
You
it.
cannot accept a draw at home against Brighton. The Brighton side that you've got an impeccable record against when playing at the Etihad. To draw that game, if this was Arsenal in this position, we'd say they bottled it. City have bottled it. City are bottling it right now. City are letting it slip. And right now, I called it back in October. Now, it got a little bit tasty, but I said Arsenal are going to win this league title. And this has put them right in the ascendancy. They take on Liverpool tomorrow. The pressure is off. And if they win that game, yeah, it looks like the title's heading back to North London. And so City have only got themselves to blame. They had chances in that game. Haaland had a gilt-edged chance, couldn't score. And Brighton got a well-deserved point. It's a huge night in the title race.
Finishes Everton 1, Wolves 1, Palace 0, Aston Villa 0, Brentford win 3-0 against Sunderland. Abby.
I think I'm about to combust.
Well, Quaku says there, Man City are bottling the title.
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah, they are. They are. Like, I think we have to be realistic now. Like, this is happening. This is happening. We thought we could get away with it for a bit longer. We thought the City might have something for us. Like this, they know.
You know what?
Look at the look on Haaland's face. They know.
Haaland looks like he's nearly in tears there on a serious note.
Yeah.
It looks like it's the kind of night where you get to like late April.
You know.
It looks like that's happening already this evening.
Because also you can't account for Arsenal losing however many games. We always said if someone was within 6, maximum 7 points, really at a push, maybe. But City have done this to themselves. You can't draw games against Brighton and at Sunderland and at Chelsea and with Chelsea. You can't do that if you're going to be in the title race when you're already coming from behind. And you look at the fixtures that are coming up. For example, if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's in charge, the first
great
game,
record against Pep as well.
at Old Trafford, in a Manchester derby, City aren't winning that. They're not, and City cannot. They couldn't afford. We've said this for the last few weeks. They couldn't afford to keep slipping up, and they have.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Antoine Semenyo, the last minute of the game, is being substituted, being given a standing ovation, and all the Bournemouth player people, well, as much as they want to see him leave, they'll understand it going to Man City.
Yeah, sure.
And I think the last kick is going to be the goal he scored. Abby, back to you, please.
It's over at Chelsea. Fulham Chelsea's over as well.
Good for Fulham. Up the Harry Wilson. That's all I've got to. That's literally all I've got to enjoy.
Fulham are level on points with Chelsea on 31.
Dark for you.
The league is done. The league is done. It is what it is.
Back to Man City.
Yeah.
Do you know what? When I looked at City and Arsenal, both great offensively going forward.
Yeah.
I trusted Arsenal more from a defensive point of view and from getting over line point of view. Yeah. But when I looked at the fixtures on paper, I did not see City's drop-off coming in these games.
No.
Sure, Sunderland away is not easy, having a good season. Chelsea on a bad team. But I did not see this drop-off. I did not see it happening in these games.
Do you know what it also is? I look at Arsenal's fixtures and a lot of the tough fixtures, they've already got out of the way in terms of going to certain places. I look at what they've got coming up. Okay, I've got it here. Right, tomorrow night, Liverpool. With respect, I see nothing else other than an Arsenal winning that.
No, I don't think it's that.
I'd be gobsmacked if we get anything there.
Chelsea, obviously, in the Cup semi-final. Nottingham Forest. This is not the same Forest as last year. They're going to get absolutely cooked. Then they've got Champions League. Then they've got Manchester United. What do you think about that away at the Emirates? Do you fancy yourself? No, of course not. Then they're away to Leeds. Then it's again.
You fancy them to grind a result there?
Yeah. Then they've got Sunderland at home. I can't see where Arsenal would drop points in those fixtures. And as we get to the running, their running is actually quite nice. Apart from trips to Manchester City, they've got Newcastle at home. You know, their running is really nice. And I have a look at Manchester City. We'll probably help as well in the sense that City have come to us. I could care less, to be honest with you, if we were to do something.
Well, sorry, I told you, it's a full time of vitality. We need to applaud Bournemouth breaking that streak. 11 win. No, I'm applauding Semenyo, but now I'm applauding Bournemouth. It was tough, Iraola. Hadn't won a game since October. Dr. Tottenham will see
You're
you.
not going to do the whole head
Dr. Tottenham will see you.
I told you at the start of the show, Dr. Tottenham will see you. Dr. Tottenham will always see you.
And on a night where the Spurs manager is pictured with an Arsenal cup, they lose 3-2 away at the Vitality.
More on that shortly. We're coming back to it. I want to just touch on Man City.
Sorry, mate.
Scott, be honest. Did you see this coming from Man City? 3 draws in a row.
Look, I haven't thought this Manchester City team have been the same team. I sat here last season and I said I think that they are now essentially one of the pack. I fancied Arsenal to win the league for a few years in a row now. I could just see this dropping off. I know they spent a lot of money last year, Bruce. Like this, they spent £300 million last January or something like that. 200 million odd. They'll spend more. They might get Semenyo now. That might add something to their attack. But like, how much can you keep going time after time after time? Like, the Premier League is so demanding, and you have to be at it. And City have been so good for so long. How long can you maintain that? How long can Pep maintain that? How long can you keep being that good? You raise the bar so high, teams catch up with you and they have that reinvigorated energy. But City have just been at the top for so long that you just think they've got to fall behind at some point. And they lost the title last season, didn't win it last year as well. Yeah. And now I think it's getting to the end of the road at some point. Like for Pep, for me, I was surprised that they didn't do it. He didn't leave last summer, and I think this summer again we're going to be talking about Pep's potential future and whether he's going to move on and call it quits.
I don't think he could have left at the end of last season, because it's like you can't leave when the going gets tough. I think you have got to give it another chance. But if he doesn't win the league this season, it'll be the first time in his career that he's gone two two seasons without winning the league.
Newcastle have equalised against Leeds. Newcastle 2, Leeds 2. Joel Linton with the goal there. 55 gone in that game. Burnley 1, Man United 1. It's still the latest score, Kwaku. Back to you.
And I think Pep Guardiola's, he's obviously a groundbreaking manager, one of the greatest managers of all time. But it's hard to perform miracles. And what he did in his first 7 or 8 years, he did perform miracles. And only Liverpool took a league title off of him, and Chelsea at the beginning as well. But it looks like the City team just run out of ideas, run out of legs, and run out of steam at the most important part of the season. These 3 draws are a killer. You can't draw against Sunderland, Chelsea, and Brighton in a row and expect to win the league title, especially when Arsenal don't really give away much. And for City, the goal would be to be within 3-4 points of Arsenal when they host them at the Etihad. And now it looks like it's going to be an unassailable gap for Man City.
Abby, from an Arsenal point of view, I mean, Arsenal fans right now will be sat at home licking their lips, won't they?
Yeah. I mean, I think that they won't want to say that they're confident, but I think that they know that they're confident. Maybe they'll be humbly confident. I can't imagine it, but I think it's looking very rosy for them. Because I think they know a lot of the tests are out of the way. Obviously, their squad is coming back to full fitness as well at the minute. I think it might just be Calafiori they're missing potentially at the moment.
I think Mascara as well.
Oh, and Mascara. But yeah,
Villa have dropped points as well tonight.
They have Villa have dropped.
Nobody has thought that, but it's just that their rivals and the gap. They have such a big opportunity tomorrow against Liverpool.
Like I said, I think they'll win tomorrow. But I think for them, it's just keeping people fit, and I think it's just, in all honesty, I think everyone's kind of done it for them as well. Even when they've slipped up at times, no one's capitalised on it. Even when they haven't played particularly well either. That's a sign.
Sesko! Oh, he scored twice.
What a nice finish that is, by the way.
That is brilliant stuff from United. It really is. They've worked Patrick Dorgu into a great position down the left side. He's beaten his man, put a cross in, and Benjamin Sesko is right there. We've been asking for more from him, and he's got 2 goals tonight. That is an excellent finish.
That's a great finish.
It's a really, really
That's like
good
a finish that you saw in Bundesliga. When he was...
That's the kind of striker that United were hoping they were going to get, and I'm really, really, really happy for him. But I think all of the conversations we've had about United not playing in the way that we expect them to and platforming your players in the right way, Darren Fletcher's gone back to basics. He's done it, and United have, the goal aside in the first 10 minutes or so, what a finish that is. A really, really good finish.
The run as well, inside and out, and then, it's a good goal.
Darren Fletcher and whoever comes in as the interim until the end of the season, there's enough talent here to go and just platform these players properly and get more out of them than we were seeing over the course of the last year or so.
I love that finish.
Yeah, Dorgu, you can see why. In this situation, you can see why he's played on the left side tonight, left side of attack. And Sesko, very, very cool. Very, very calm and clever. And I think that goal that he scored earlier as well has probably helped him out a bit as well. Just taking the pressure off a bit, and it's really good to see Darren Fletcher.
Do you want to announce Give It Fletcher to the end of the season now or not?
No.
Give it Fletcher to
Give It Fletcher to the end of the season.
He's very well, Darren Fletcher. He looks good.
Quaker, just a question going back to Guardiola. You rightly mentioned there that we all know what Pep's done for the game, etc., etc. City struggled last season. Looks like this season they're not going to win the league.
Yeah.
Do you think Pep is maybe struggling to reinvent himself, to keep up, to go toe-to-toe with this Arsenal team? Or do you maybe just think that, this Arsenal team has now got to a level where they're just stronger and better than Man City?
I think it's a bit of both. I think if you look at Guardiola, he had a stranglehold on English football, and it was a kind of a copycat league where everyone was trying to catch up with Pep, whether it's inverting the fullbacks, whether it's playing out the back with a goalkeeper. Pep was doing it first, and everyone was trying to catch up with him. I think this season, more than any other season, we've seen so many different ways to skin a cat. Teams aren't playing the ball out the back as much. Teams are going long. Teams are employing the long throw. Teams are using conventional wingers. So I think English football's it's released itself from the shackles of Pep Guardiola, and teams are now finding it easier to play against Man City. There's not this total domination, 60, 70% possession like they had in his early years. And it's difficult, and football's cyclical. I think it would have been almost impossible to believe that Arsenal could finish second 4 years in a row. That's never happened before in the Premier League. And so their time was coming. They've been knocking on the door, and it feels like this is their time. They've built a great squad, and they have had a lot of injuries to their first team this season, which people do have to acknowledge, but they've managed to tread water and deal with it. And for people who want to hate watch Arsenal, I'm one of those. We just have to accept it. We just have to accept it.
This might actually this is a terrible night.
But this was inevitable.
Yeah, I know, but it's just terrible. There's just so many things tonight
Yeah, if you're an Arsenal fan,
it's amazing.
My God, what Villa drop points, City drop points,
Thomas Frank drinking out of an Arsenal car.
And then
Carlsberg did nice.
and
for
you
Arsenal.
could potentially go and like stick the dagger in Liverpool tomorrow. Like this is.
Oh mate, they're not even worried about that, mate. They're not even. They're not looking that low at the table at Liverpool. Are they?
They'll be
Maybe
confident
not.
about
But yeah, this is a great evening for Arsenal, and I feel like if we're being honest, Abby, I hate to admit it, it's good for the Premier League.
I couldn't care less about the Premier
Can you
League.
elaborate on that?
I
Because
couldn't care less.
I've said this to a few people before, and they've just gone, "Oh no, it's not. We don't want Arsenal win the league." I agree with you.
You don't
I
want to see
think
one team dominating it.
No, you don't.
But also nothing as well. Like I know Arteta spent money, but I think Arteta's world-class coaching and a lot of their dominance of the league. I think this Arsenal team. I think it would be a shame for the Premier League as a whole if this Arsenal team, given how good they have been, if Arteta's reign was to end with no Premier League.
Well,
They've been too good for that not to happen.
Again,
you know what I mean?
I'll be completely fair with it. I completely agree, and I'd say the same. I'd even say the same about Pochettino.
Thank you.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay,
I love that Poch Spurs team. I agree with you.
To say to you both.
I agree with you. No, you're
But no one mourns that really, other than Spurs fans. You all throw it over my face and say that to me.
Yeah, people throw over Arsenal's face.
Yeah, bad word. We're talking about it right now. Like I genuinely love that Spurs team. Dele Alli, Harry Kane,
Dembele
in midfield.
Yeah.
It was a very Vertonghen,
Alderweireld.
yeah,
Ericsson.
Walker. It was a
But
special
we didn't
team.
win anything.
You didn't win anything.
Because we weren't good enough.
And got to the Champions League final. It's a shame. And I think it's the same thing for Arsenal. It will be a shame for a team this, if you're being objective, a team this good to not win a Premier League title. And I think it's good to have multiple winners of the league. I think when we look at Serie A, we've had different winners every year. It's been good for that league. In the Premier League, it's been Liverpool and Man City dominating for the last 8 or 9 years. That's not good for football. I think Arsenal add into that
You
mix.
think like, this?
It's not good for me, but obviously it's good for the league.
It's not good from a
I never really thought that another team would. I'm not saying they will dominate for like 5 years or whatever, but do you think they could? The way that they built this squad is they've been very clever, buying players at the age of 23. They got really good young players coming through, like Nwaneri, and like players that can't even really get a look in. Miles Lewis-Skelly as well.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of depth. They've got a lot of players who are at really good ages, just going into their peak years as well. They have the meanest defence that I've seen in years as well, and that's the platform to build on. Yeah. The attack could maybe use a few tweaks, but they've just built. They've shown this the expert way to build a squad over a number of years.
Yeah. If you ask me if are they going to go dominate, nah. I will go to the grave saying that Jurgen Klopp is a better manager than Mikel Arteta. Klopp got one.
But Klopp was up. But Klopp.
Is there a Man City to come and top?
Yeah, I was going to say Klopp had to face a Man City team that got 98 points when his team got 97.
Yeah.
And look, you don't know what's around the corner, but I don't think we're ever going to see maybe one team be as good as that. I don't know if Arsenal dominates. I still think Liverpool will come back stronger. Yeah. You expect Man City, the money they spend.
To defend the Premier League title was very hard to do it. Arsene Wenger never defended the Premier League title. Arsenal have never done it in terms of the Premier League. It's a very difficult thing to do.
You won back to back.
Yeah, we went back
Jose,
to Jose.
Just Jose.
Oh, what a goal!
Jose.
What a goal! Oh, the night's not over yet, by the way. We can still rely on Manchester United being Manchester United. Scott, talk us through it.
That's
why it's called talkSPORT Goals, kid.
I know.
The edge of the box, he's picked out the top corner. It's pretty lax defending from United, but you cannot take away. You've got to give him credit for that finish. It's unbelievable, really. Picked out the top corner. Lamens has had absolutely no chance at all with that. And Burnley have not, to be honest, they've been on top the last few minutes since United scored, but they've not really done a lot tonight to have scored 2 goals. But like that one was quality. The first goal was a bit lucky, but like brilliant.
Lovely finish, mate.
Top corner. And look, I was hoping that would have been that after Benjamin Sesko scored, and I could just enjoy the night, and United could finally take a step forward, because all of United's rivals tonight have dropped points. Really.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry, that's not fair, mate. Brentford have won, Fulham have won. Come on, man.
Apart from Brentford, really. Where are Fulham in the league?
Fulham are level on points with Chelsea.
Are they? Yeah. And United then in that case.
Fulham have got 31. You would have dropped. You'd be on 32. Could be drawing this game, right?
This is the opportunity to go 4th again.
Yeah, literally it is.
Win it again.
Although Burnley,
still time left yet though.
Burnley remind me of that Luton team that sort of go toe to toe with lots of teams, do okay, and always end up losing games of football. Yeah, and it feels like this could be another one, couldn't it?
Exactly. It's they give teams a good game, but then they end up losing. Yeah, this is a monumental night in the Premier League, and I look at I do think, I know Abby will never agree, but I do think that winning the Premier League for Arsenal is good for the league. I just think it's good to vary it up. I do think it's good for the product of the Premier League, and I do think it's testament to giving the manager time. Like they gave Arteta
Yeah,
time.
that's definitely true.
Like
Oh my goodness.
eighth, fifth, second. I think it's their time.
There is a hilarious goalmouth scramble in the Newcastle Leeds game where Newcastle are about 4 shots from a couple of yards out. The goalkeeper's down, 2 defenders down, and that somehow remains Newcastle 2, Leeds United 2. Leeds have about 6 shots on goal here before it eventually gets cleared away. Could Leeds be on the verge? Well, not on the verge. You've got 25 minutes to try, and we'll see how that game. If they can get a point at the road at St James's Park, they take that. But Burnley have got a free kick, Scotty, in a nice position here.
I was hoping this nonsense would have passed and we could just have a relatively easy win tonight. United never make things easy, though. Burnley are hanging in there now. They've got a free kick in a really, really nice area. And this game has actually turned out to be half decent, I've got to say as well. Burnley have given it a good fight. United have reacted in the right way. They've taken the chances that they've had. Maybe 1 or 2 more they could have taken. But it is right in the balance here. And Matheus Cunha is acting as a draft excluder.
I think Edwards looks like the number 10, looks like he's going to take this, the left footer maybe to wrap his foot around it. It looks quite central, doesn't it? Yeah.
It's a good distance out, though. It's one of those free kicks where you can get it up, get enough dip and get it back down.
Into the wall. Is it anything more anticlimactic when you wait like 2 minutes for a free kick to be taken and it just goes straight into the wall? It's absolute nonsense, isn't it? Should I maybe, just while we take a breath, should I just dot the I's and cross the T's and tell everyone where we're at in terms of tonight's Premier League football? Because that all escalated pretty quickly. It did finish Bournemouth 3, Tottenham 2. Antoine Semenyo, his final act as a Bournemouth player, scoring a really nice goal from distance to give Bournemouth the 3 points, and Tottenham's really, really poor run of form continues this evening. Another defeat for them, and what a nice moment for Antoine Semenyo. Bournemouth were winless in their last 11 Premier League games, drawing 5, losing 6, but they get an important victory this evening. Brentford's incredible season continues. They beat Sunderland by 3-0 this evening. Brentford as things stand 5th in the table. Igor Thiago with a brace for Brentford. Sunderland missed a penalty at 1 down. Enzo Lefebvre with a Panenka, which didn't feel like the right idea, and it wasn't when the goalkeeper, Queverham Kelleher, stood absolutely still. Palace Villa is 0-0. Every time I looked up at my screen, there was a chance either end. It was a real end-to-end game of football. It finishes goalless, and Aston Villa, like Man City, drop points this evening in their bid to try and chase down Arsenal, because really the big story of the night is Man City 1, Brighton 1. An entertaining game of football. Brighton gave as good as they got, but Man City dropped points 1-1. Chelsea played a lot of the game at Craven Cottage with 10 men, and Fulham made them pay. Fulham 2, Chelsea 1. Harry Wilson scoring a really nice goal after 81 minutes. Fulham, who haven't lost in 6 now in the Premier League, are 8th in the table on 31 points. They're 3 points off 4th place Liverpool. Marco Silva there continues to do a really good job. The latest scores: Newcastle 2, Leeds 2. Leeds have just hit the bar. They've missed an open goal. A ball comes in. The goalkeeper comes. He gets absolutely nowhere near it. And the Leeds United player heads onto the bar. I think it's like James Just in there with the back post, but Nick Pope comes to try and collect the cross from the left-hand side. And my goodness me, he gets absolutely nowhere near it. Newcastle 2, Leeds 2, 68 gone. Burnley 2, Man United 2, 70 minutes gone in that game of football. Scott, how do you see this game playing out?
Well, United have a real opportunity here. I think the pattern of the game really has been that United have been pretty much on top for most of it, but they're quite careless. And they switch off in certain moments. They kind of sit back and say, Sesko, another chance.
Oh.
Good footwork there, but he didn't quite get enough power or direction on the shot. But you'd expect that United are on top here. Maybe with Burnley, they've got a chance to break away here now. And it's 5-on-3, but that's a good little tackle from Manu Ugarte there. United need to pen them in, press them in, and maybe could we get Kobbie Mainoo back in the game, potentially. United need a bit of ingenuity, I think, but Matheus Cunha is running down the right side now. Left the defender behind. Cunha squares it. Sesko, somebody do something. No, maybe should have passed it there. But look, United, again, have an opportunity here to go and establish a bit of a foothold in this top 4 race. Nobody wants it. And United have, what are they, 19th place Burnley at the moment?
Yeah, 19th.
19th place Burnley. There's no excuses, really. No excuses. That's a big sigh, Abby.
Sorry.
Yeah. Have you calmed down?
Not really, no.
How many people have made jokes to you about, so Abby, in your opinion, is the only cup you see Thomas Frank getting this season? That one, I mean, that's, big up Marco, there we go.
Frank out is now trending.
Oh. Should we
Did it take an Arsenal cup?
Okay, do you know what? Scott? You can sit back here. But also, I hate to do on-air technical meetings on air. But would you like me to take United off there so you can just watch it on there?
No, it's actually okay.
You're okay?
Yeah, it's
okay. Abby.
Yeah.
The cameras are on you. It's Bournemouth 3, Tottenham 0. Mm-hmm. Tottenham are 14th in the Premier League table. Yeah. Tottenham lose this evening. They drew at home against Sunderland on Sunday. Before that, on New Year's Day, they drew away at Brentford. They did win at Palace before that. Defeat against Liverpool. It's a poor run of form. We know the fans are against Thomas Frank. And you just said there, Frank out was trending on Twitter.
I just saw it trending.
What's going through your mind, Abby?
I'm honestly speechless. Like, the Cupgate aside, okay, because regardless of whether or not he's picked that up without knowing, like, just look at your hand, like, or just whoever's given you that. So if someone's passed it to you, if someone's given it to you, if someone's made you a cup of tea in it, whoever's done that, I mean, it's clearly not going to help your cause, is it? In terms of the football,
is it definitely real? Like, do we know by now it's real?
It's real.
Okay.
That's a real image. And if not, that is brilliantly made.
Do you think maybe the bigger issue now we should be discussing is Thomas Frank, the head coach?
Yes,
and
absolutely.
Let's do that first. Go on, Abby.
Yeah, in terms of Thomas Frank, the head coach, we're going absolutely nowhere. We said this the other day. We've said it a million times over the last few weeks. We're going nowhere fast. Bright spells for tonight, I would probably say, is someone like Matisse Tell and Bergvall before he went off. Big problem is that Spurs now can't defend as well, which was an area at the start of the season Tottenham were improved on. Now we can't attack, we can't defend. Our midfield has no legs, has no movement, and it's just a complete shambles. It's embarrassing. It tends to get more embarrassing as the years roll on, which is quite interesting in itself, because when I sometimes think that Spurs can't do any more damage to themselves or implode more,
they can.
They absolutely can, Sam. They can, and they always will. Like I've said before, it's not all on him in terms of what he's inherited and the huge, colossal failures that have been at Tottenham Hotspur and have been there from a board level and have always been there. The mismanagement, the terrible recruitment. I don't know if I said it the other day on the show, but Johan Lange, for example, he was at Aston Villa. They were doing absolutely terrible. He comes to Tottenham. Look at the fortunes of both teams in terms of the recruitment and his role as well. Yes, Daniel Levy isn't there anymore, but like I've said, it's just because you got rid of the puppet masters are still there. I just think that this is just a joke. And last season, finishing 17th, losing 22 times, surpassed any type of banter, laughableness, Spursiness, all of the above, Dr. Tottenham jokes and all of that. We know it's real, it's factual, but we still had the Europa League at the end of it. And that one game basically defined what was the worst season ever and made it our best season technically in 17 years. But you still lost 22 times and you still finished 17th. Arguably, it could have gone down. Like, we really could have. Yeah. And the squad is still essentially the same. We have got injuries, fine, but there's no chance I'm using that as an excuse. Because in all honesty,
but can I just jump in though and say,
is not good enough.
To have your three best attacking players out injured,
I don't care,
and now
Sam.
Kudus. I mean, I think most managers in the league would really, really struggle.
Yeah,
with that.
you'd struggle. But what I would also say, it's the lack of depth, it's the lack of quality throughout the whole squad from back to front. And that will look. Thomas Frank's had one window, and I don't know what they'll do for him in this window. You've got to back him properly and sufficiently. But again, Spurs will always have the confinement.
Abby, do you want Thomas Frank to be sacked tonight?
Yeah, you ask me this every show, and I'm going to keep telling you the same thing. Whether or not Thomas Frank goes tonight, goes tomorrow, goes in a month's time, goes after we go out of the FA Cup, because we will. I'm sure we'll lose to Villa, and Villa will probably make changes. The thing with us is that I don't even think we haven't even got the luxury of any type of rotation, because we're already into that type of part of the squad. As soon as you take out those four players, plus you've got Bergvall's not going to be available for the weekend now. That looked like quite a serious injury, whatever that is, the way in which he reacted. I think Bentancur also went off injured as well. Archie Gray came on for him at the end. The squad rotation is just incredibly poor. Like, there isn't really any depth. So what you're seeing is kind of what you're getting. If he puts out a whole team of kids in the FA Cup, I don't want to see that. I want us to try and go for the FA Cup. I'd rather you put every single egg into that basket, because we clearly can't do anything in the Premier League, which is not just on him. That is also for the recruitment and everything that's come before. That's what he has essentially inherited. But the football I'm watching is terrible. It's all just terrible. And I'm so sick and I'm so tired of sitting here year in, year out, being so miserable at this football team and the failures of this football team. If it wasn't for the fact of that one night in Bilbao, what would I have been saying to you from the start of the season? We would have finished 17th. Are you okay?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just...
I feel like you're very overexcited.
No, I'm just carrying on.
And as a Chelsea fan, you probably shouldn't be very overexcited about that either.
Carry on.
I just think that this club is just... They just fail at everything. They just fail. Like, even to the point of whoever's handed Thomas Frank a cup with an Arsenal badge on it, or whether or not he's picked it up.
On a serious note, are you actually angry about that?
Fuming.
Yes,
I'm fuming at it.
Sam, why are you playing it down? It's a big thing. It's a big thing.
Okay.
It's just the stupidity.
Is it like, though, that he's gone and picked it up?
Exactly, mate.
I don't know. Whether or not someone's made him a cup of tea, whether or not someone's left it there as a joke, I don't know. But why would you do that? Why would you
have a cup of tea?
No. Why would you walk
If he was
around?
at the Emirates and they gave him an Arsenal cup.
You're at the Emirates. There's nothing I can do about that. You're there at an away game, whatever. You're at Bournemouth. I don't care whether or not they've left it in the change room. Have a mug, have something else. And now it just gives... What it also does is give people and...
No, I appreciate that.
The general people that want to...
But
like
Abby,
you always say, dunk on Spurs' head, flush their head down the toilet. It gives you even more ammunition. They're just so stupid. This football club is stupid.
Abby, it's a man who's gone and had a cup of tea, and he obviously has picked up a cup and not.
Do you think Pochettino would ever? Do you think Pochettino would ever?
Pochettino managed Chelsea.
Yeah.
Very good. That's brilliant. He literally, that's great. He managed one of your arch rivals. So yeah, he probably would have a cup of tea.
He wasn't there long enough to do any damage.
Yeah.
Abby, and also we booed him when he came back.
I understand all the jokes and the memes. I get
big
that.
deal. It is
but
big
like
deal.
Thomas Frank, in my opinion, if I had to guess how this plays out, he wants a cup of tea. Arsenal must have bought their own cups maybe to Bournemouth in the away dressing room. He's picked it up and he obviously hasn't inspected.
Which is always, I don't care.
Throw them out for the sake of it.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to waste it.
Okay, cool.
If you were top of the league,
yeah, exactly.
If you were top of the league, fine, drink out of it.
This is in the midst of like you're going to the most out of form team in the league, and you lose to them. They haven't won since October.
So what's that got to do with the cup thing, mate?
No, it just
adds fuel to the fire.
It adds fuel to the fire.
But again, the point I'm making is, I don't think Thomas Frank has gone, ooh, an Arsenal cup. Let's walk outside.
I don't think he's done it on purpose.
If Spurs are on an 11-game winning run and this picture comes out, no one cares.
No one cares.
Because they
No, I get all that. I understand
it's
why
just an unnecessary thing, isn't
Sure,
it?
I appreciate that.
Can I just say, because there was a little bit of a coming together, I think, between Mickey van der Ven and João Palhinha went over to the away fans. And there was a little bit of there was a little bit of frustration, a little bit of heat. And João Palhinha was asked about it, and he said it was just the supporters. They were sharing their frustrations. We, of course, understand. We respect them, first of all. I just said we are fighting for the same. We want to win, not just the players, the staff and the supporters. We're trying to get the wins that, in my opinion, we deserve in the last games. I don't think we deserve to win tonight. I think a draw probably would have been fair. I don't think we deserved to win against Sunderland. I think a draw was probably fair. Because you have to be good over two halves. I saw us have bright spells. I saw us be a little bit more front-footed at times, but you don't deserve to win the game if you only show bright spells. I mean, we're so far away from a team that is anywhere near winning games, winning 3 points. And the fans are going to have, be fuming with the head loss as well about the cup because that is just, like we said, adding fuel to the fire. Whether or not you think it's overreaction, I don't know. But that combined with the fact that we are just truly terrible on the pitch. Dr. Tottenham will always see.
Let's go! Oh,
you can always get an appointment with Dr. Tottenham wherever you are, whoever you are. Book us in because we'll always help. And like I've said, it's way bigger than Thomas Frank. He was never the right appointment, whatever. But it's way bigger than that. It will always come down to the board. It will always come down to the seismic failures from the top, and it always will.
Where do you reckon Spurs should be?
Currently,
no, like in an ideal world, where are Spurs? What are you doing?
I think
league title.
I think with
attacking football comes sixth.
I think when
that's what they want.
Hang on. I think first and foremost you have to play the right style of football, like we said. I think you've got to play.
That's
the right.
That's where you go wrong.
Wait,
No,
hold on,
I'm not going to let you go because you started off on the wrong answer. You give me the wrong answer.
Hang on.
Wrong answer.
Let me tell you what.
Wrong
I'm
answer.
say.
You got to play a style of football. No one has the divine right to play a style of football, especially not Spurs.
You do when you're charging the higher season ticket prices. You do actually.
You don't.
You do.
No, the priority in football is to win, and I think that's the biggest thing you got away from. You lot had a problem of Thomas Frank when you were sitting in the top four. That's what the biggest issue was. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I'm not saying that you should have been sacked.
I didn't have an issue with
feeling around Thomas Frank.
Oh, sorry to cut off the argument. Leeds have taken the lead at St James's Park. Brandon Harrison scored a lovely goal in the first half. He's just got another lovely goal in the second half. He gets played through down the right-hand side, carries the ball, goes across the goalkeeper, off the post and into the back of the net. And Leeds lead once again. Newcastle 2, Leeds 3. Carry on your argument.
I don't agree with what you're saying because I said it on the show the other day, okay? If you're winning games or you're getting results, in all honesty, no one cares the way in which you're playing as long as you're getting over the line.
Spurs fans do.
Hang on. I personally, if it's boring to watch but you're winning 1-0, we did that quite a few times under Conte when he came in, and it wasn't the sexiest of football, but as long as you're winning, you don't really care, in all honesty. But if you're going to have a project or a manager like that, this is why I find it really difficult to get over the Pochettino era, because it had it all. It had it all where you had patience, you had a project, you saw the vision, you played nice football. Everyone was singing off the same hymn sheet. I couldn't tell you another team since then in that last 6-7 years where I've had that type of connection with the team, with the management, the fan connection to all of it. It was everything, and I haven't felt that with any manager we've had since. We had 7 managers in that time, 6-7 managers, probably going to have 8 in a minute.
So how come you got the recruitment right in that era? What happened?
I think there was a lot of luck. I genuinely do. I think again, you pick up someone like Pochettino, who was at Southampton and had done a good job. Again, less expectation on him. He'd been at Espanyol before that, Southampton, for example. I think that you hit the jackpot with having someone like Harry Kane break in through it, especially when you had a look at our other options, which was Adebayor,
the Dele as well.
Dele Alli for £5 million he cost you. Absolute unbelievable. Ericsson, Moussa Dembele, bargain from Fulham, Victor Wanyama, Carl Walker, Danny Rose, Jan Vertonghen, Toby Alderweireld. We didn't spend loads of money to do that. I think we had a good young team. I think we had a great manager in the sense that he got what Tottenham was about. It wasn't always roses. It wasn't. But he built something, and we backed him in the sense of, not financially we didn't, but we gave him the time and the trust because we...
Oh my word!
Oh my God.
That's Shea Lacey.
Shea Lacey.